Hello everyone, welcome to a new week of streams. Welcome back to the show. This morning it is the post Game Awards podcast, and we have a lot to talk about. I'm sure there's some open discussion that will be had. I'm excited to share all of that with all of you. Plus, as a direct result, there will be major schedule changes in the near future. All this and more discussed on today's episode of the Level 1 podcast. Happy holidays!
Okay, there we go. Now we can get started. Oh, he had a cold open too. Hey, he feeling himself. Oh, don't worry. He's probably gonna run back everything he said. Possibly, maybe. Who knows? There we go. Just let him get through with it.
Alrighty, so today is Friday, the 8th of December, 2023. I'm Darkside Phil. I welcome you here.
So let me guess, he's gonna have a different opinion when he plays.
Will be a hefty show.
The mid-gate game.
Today,
yeah, he's gonna have a different opinion, saying, "Oh, this shouldn't have won."
Decompression show. Now, as you know, I've told you guys this every single year. The Game Awards are not official. The Game Awards do not represent anything official whatsoever.
There we go. We starting to run back.
Lost or ranked but didn't.
There we go. The precursor to the run back
doesn't mean a game is good or bad. They have absolutely no bearing on anything.
Ah, yes.
In fact, the Game Awards are actually voted on majority by journalists, and we all know that games journalists are actually not in line.
Look at this. He's gonna be the whistleblower. He's gonna blow the lid off of this.
We actually have absolutely nothing to talk about today. So that is it for the podcast.
There we go. We gotta be dumb. Run the intro again. He should run the intro again. The joke isn't complete unless he run the intro. Yeah, if he's standing off to the side looking at chat.
Except that I say this every year and no one listens to me, and everyone still judges the Game Awards as if it has some true bearing on the goodness of games, and they actually will rank their games based on what the Game Awards said.
I bet you he was rehearsing this all last night. He probably had the camera up, and he was just like, "Oh wait, I gotta think how I'm gonna get up and walk away."
Merit, because quite frankly, I feel like a lot of great games get
the script all lined up. He was like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be hot. I can't wait for this bit to come up."
The Game Awards are focused mostly on games journalism, which I completely disagree with. We've all been talking about how in the last 5+ years, there's been a big divide between common opinion of video games and what games journalists are saying about them. I mean, let's be honest. Most average gamers
should be
probably
happy.
play more games than game journalists these days. So how could they have a valid opinion more qualified than ours, right?
Who's ours? You know one. You're not the common person.
We're not here to discuss that. We're here to discuss the elephant in the room. Because, ladies and gentlemen,
still not gonna bring it up.
If you can believe it,
you gonna bring up Street Fighter.
The biggest surprise shocker ever.
You gotta bring up Street Fighter.
Just happened at the Game Awards 2023.
It's not gonna be what you think.
You ready for this?
It's not gonna be what
this
you
is what
think.
everyone wants me to talk about. This is the burning topic that must be addressed.
He's trying to build it up. It's not gonna be the Baldur's Gate
Game of the Year was not given to Starfield.
See, I knew it. It's so obvious. It's so obvious what he was gonna do.
Definitively, without a doubt, without any kind of criticism or commentary possible, it was the indisputable best game of 2023.
Yeah, they already said this before the awards.
How could anyone possibly say something differently? And the fact that it didn't win Game of the Year just proves that it was complete sham. This is just.
Is this why you took a month to finish the game? I know this is a bit, but is this why it took you an actual month and you just wanted to rush the game?
Or what? If a game's exclusive to Xbox and not on PlayStation, it'll never win at the Game Awards, and that's just a bunch of baloney.
Yeah. Fake rant.
Of course, I'm being completely facetious with that. That's complete bullshit, right?
Ha 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 ha. Yeah.
What's funny
this
to
is
me,
the other bit.
All right, this year.
He stayed up to 4 a.m. He was pressuring the writer to see what joke he can come up with.
I'm basically going to.
I hate this new art.
Address what people want me to address, but it's not intelligent people who want me to address this. Sadly, basically this year.
Yeah, that's why it was a stupid bit that he was doing.
There were so many games
in his whole heart. He didn't believe Starfield was game.
Everyone was just so sure that they were going to be Game of the Year this year. Are you ready to go through the list of games? You know,
are we going to talk about any of the other awards?
Resident Evil 4 Remake. Oh my God, this game is so good. I can't believe that this game would not be Game of the Year. And then it was Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Wow, it blows away Breath of the Wild. It's so many innovations.
There was
so
going to
many
be even a
things.
bigger rant if Tears of the Kingdom
won.
won.
And then it was Final Fantasy 16. Oh my God.
He fell
it's the
asleep
best
to
Final
that
Fantasy
too.
Ever. Amazing
He didn't like
music,
that either.
Great visuals. It's a great story. I can't believe it. The best game
We
of the
gotta
year.
keep doing
and then
this,
Baldur's Gate 3 came out. Oh my God, it's the best RPG
we,
ever.
we
They
gotta
fan
be this
service out the
obnoxious.
wazoo.
Huh?
They
We
really
actually
got
gotta be this obnoxious.
There's no way it can't be game of the year. And it just kept continuing all year, right?
Yeah, you hate him.
And the funny part was every time that this happened, I called it out. And I was like,
I find it comical how he
you'll hear me saying,
really
you guys
drums
realize
this up.
not every major RPG and or release this year can be game of the year. But that's how everyone
He's
is
really
acting.
trying to think
There's all
this
these
is like an
different
actual
pocketed
show.
fan groups who are all acting like no matter
This-
what, their game
I don't
is
know.
going
This
to
is
get game of the year.
long ago. This was
And
never
at that
a podcast.
point, when all this was happening, because I specifically remember there was a particular podcast where I addressed it. I said, "You have
we
to
don't even remember
understand
what
something.
podcast.
There's absolutely no way all
Pre-stream.
these
We
games
said
can
this
be game
on
of the year. In fact, I would bet a lot of these wouldn't even get nominated. Now, in that regard, I guess I was wrong. Because
Yeah, you're
actually
wrong like
look
always.
at the games that got Game of the Year nominations, it's pretty much every game that had a major fan base, except for a couple, which we'll talk about in a second. Okay?
Except for a couple. Which one?
So,
They all have fan bases. Someone's gonna like a game.
when we got to that
regardless.
point, I basically made a statement, and I was like, listen, you guys got to understand something. At that point, Baldur's Gate 3 was only on PC. There actually hadn't even been an announcement of when it was coming to console yet. And everyone on PC loved it. But I said, you got to understand something. There's a couple factors here. Number one,
What?
if it's only a PC game, that's an isolated audience. If it's not mainstream available, there's going to be people who are not going to be able to play the game. That's going to be a hard sell.
So
for
people
Game
still
of
have
the Year.
PCs. They can still
take a
play
look
the
at
game. It's
previous
still
years, a game
out.
like Divinity 2, right? Which everyone absolutely praised.
Wait,
and
wasn't
loved.
this out on
But a
PC
lot of
and
people never even
PlayStation? I
talked
felt like
about
it was.
because it was PC
I really
only
felt like
for
it
the longest
was.
time until it finally got console ports.
And it's really
Right?
funny how he
That's
thinks
a
it's
short case of
like,
that from the past.
PC's an indie
Now, in
market.
addition
How
to
is
that,
it?
at that
How did it win
time,
Game of the Year?
because we're talking around the summertime, there were still big releases on the horizon, like Starfield and Spider-Man 2 and a few others that people were eyeballing, and particularly, it was actually
What?
Starfield that we were
And then
eyeballing
that dropped the
at that
ball.
time. And we were like, well,
And then it didn't even
if
make it
this
into
game
the weirdo
absolutely
awards.
lives up to
Who
all
we
of
banning?
the
Who we
promises
banning now?
that are made
Can we
about
say
this
it?
game.
Can we talk
okay?
without looking at the chat, please?
Absolutely, this game could be Game of the Year shoo-in, right? It's a make or break game for Bethesda. They've had a
Then
bunch
they dropped
of
the
bad,
ball,
disappointing
just like
outings
always.
right before this, correct? I mean, take a look at they had the
Even Phil didn't want to play this shit for a month, and then we didn't even want to do everything.
Fallout 76, which was a
We made it to the end of the
atrocity at launch
game
into
and
this
said,
game.
"All
I
right,
was like,
guys,
I'm
we
gonna
gotta
play
get
this,
out of
but
here."
nowhere
And then we
near what they
came
were
back
originally
just to do the
wanting
last
to be
bit,
because
and then we
flopped
ended
it
the
on.
game.
Fallout 4
If he was
had a
really
bunch of
enjoying it,
major
all these times
criticisms.
he
The
stayed
fact
like
they
an
just
hour
keep
later for
releasing
Alan Wake.
Skyrim
We
and
couldn't
not
do
putting
this for
out anything new.
Starfield.
This was the big one
That's how much we hated the game.
that they were hinging everything on, and everyone was kind of, once we saw that presentation, do you remember? Was it around Summer Games Fest, I want to say? They showed some stuff, and people were like, all right, we're
If
starting
you
to get
can't even
more
remember
positive
this,
about
don't even
this
bring
game,
it up.
right?
I don't know, man.
And
if you can't bother to
basically,
research it, don't
again,
bring it up.
It was uncertain. But here's the thing. Starfield was going to be PC and Xbox, right? At launch. And with that media hype behind it and everything, you're like, wow.
Then Bethesda did the Bethesda thing.
The
and,
common feeling was that it was kind of a wait
they
and
didn't
see. At that
capitalize.
point,
The game
I told you,
fell
I
flat.
thought for me all year, I was thinking Tears of the Kingdom,
No, you
Baldur's
wasn't.
Gate 3, or Starfield. At that point, that was my
He was not
Those
thinking
were
no
the
Baldur's
big
Gate.
three
He hated
that
Zelda
were
and he
likely
hated Baldur's
contention
Gate. What are we
for
talking
Game of the
about
Year.
here?
But knowing how
We were
journalists lean
we were
towards
playing all my
Nintendo,
life
'cause I never
if,
thought that Breath of the
Starfield
Wild
would've
would have
won
won,
somehow.
and it did. Okay,
This
and
dude would have been
knowing
crip
how
walking in the
journalists go
room
with
if that would
hype,
have won.
And if Starfield was good, then he probably would have leaned right towards that. You know what I'm saying?
Sniff.
I thought for sure those would have gotten favor. Okay, but here's what happened.
What?
Let's be honest.
What is he?
Starfield's not very good, right? Starfield is a huge disappointment. I mean, I talked about
Then
it
why
in
did we get the
credits of
game early
playthrough.
then?
I gave
Why
my
did we
review of
spend
it.
like 80
It's
or
just
whatever the fuck
incredibly
dollars
underwhelming.
to get this game
Doesn't live
early?
up to any of the promises. Actually looks like more like a joke than anything else. Looks like a photocopy of
This dude
previous
was-
games they've made. And how when you
This
make
dude's been hyping up Starfield. Like, oh yeah, I can't wait. I'm gonna get the early access version. And we're gonna play through the game. We're gonna be having so much fun. What happened when the game came out? I don't even know how much he got on the first stream. Probably like 100, maybe 50.
the first three.
Nothing.
Everyone wants to go back and play the 3 classics. I don't want to play the 10th clone. And that's exactly what Starfield feels like. It lost its unique identity along the way of being an awesome Bethesda RPG and just feels like, oh, paint by numbers. And that's bad. So, because of that.
Starfield's good.
All
Well,
right,
if you enjoy
that
Starfield,
completely
then that's up
changed
to
the
you.
landscape
I ain't gonna tell
of
no
what
one, oh,
possibly
you can't
would have
enjoy
been
the game,
considered Game
but
of the
yeah, I
Year.
just didn't like it. I
Honestly,
didn't enjoy
I
it
was
as much.
shocked when Alan Wake 2 got nominated.
It was
for
an
Game of the
okay
Year.
game.
Personally, I loved Alan Wake 2, and I was very happy to see it get all the recognition.
No, we're not talking about
last night
Alan
at the
Wake
Game
2.
Awards.
We're not
That was
talking
really
about
nice to see
Blackface,
that
the
game. That
game.
normally, a game
Let me
like
see if
that
I
would have
can
been
find this
overlooked,
image.
but it got tons of recognition.
Let
I was
me
like,
see if I can-
wow, I'm shocked it got as much as it did. But then when it got nominated, I was like, could it
I know
possibly
what I
win?
can type
I don't
in to get
think
this
so.
on,
I didn't ever really felt
the
like
X
it
app.
could. Spider-Man 2, I never thought was going to win, honestly. Like, that
Shut up!
would have had my jaw dislocate and jump out of my
I'm-
skin and land on the
I'm
floor
gonna punch him in
if
the
that
face
won,
right
because
now.
journalists just aren't about the superhero games. They're just not.
They're not
you
about
know?
the superhero games. What
but
you talking
once,
about?
Essentially, Starfield
That's like
sucked
the ultimate
and
thing
was not
journalists
even
care about.
nominated
What
for
the
Game
fuck
of
are
the
we
Year.
talking about, Dave?
Yeah, I think that the top two games that it was between was Tears of the Kingdom and Baldur's Gate 3. And I said as much. But the funny part is, people out there who are morons like
Morons?
to take
Now
one
we
moment in
insult people?
time and act like that moment in time is eternal, that nothing
Oh
ever
wait, hold
changes.
on. This is
If
what
you
I
take my
mean by the
quote from many
blackface
months ago that
game.
said Baldur's Gate 3 is not going to win Game of the Year because
This
it's
is the game that was in the
PC-centric, and
category
right now with
for
everything else going on. Those other games, like I even said,
This is
Starfield
the
a
game
shoo-in
right
for Game
here.
of the Year if it's as good as people are saying it's going to be. And what happened? Well, Baldur's Gate 3 released for console.
Yeah,
People
this was
absolutely loved it
the
on
category
console, and it got
for
more mainstream
Game of the
attention
Year,
than
right
it
here.
had before.
Right
Starfield came out
here.
flop.
These
No one
dudes just
likes
having fun over
only
here.
a very hardcore
And
fan base
Alan
of
Wake just
Bethesda
looking
and Xbox
nervous right
players are
here.
all over it. Everyone else is like, wow, what a disappointment. Didn't even get nominated for Game of the Year. So basically exactly the qualifying situation that I considered to happen happened. And now Baldur's Gate 3 is kind of the like I said, it was either between Baldur's Gate 3 or Zelda. I really was worried.
Yeah, it's the
'Cause
shoe
you guys
shine
know
boys.
me, I didn't love Zelda.
They made it to the mainstream.
I thought that Zelda was a good game, but I didn't love it. And I disagreed with Breath of the Wild winning Game of the Year many years ago. And I was like, dude, if Zelda wins, this is going to be bullshit. Because there's so many better games this year better than Zelda.
You
Thank
just hate
God that didn't
Nintendo.
win, right? But that's absolutely
I kinda
what I said
would-
would
I kinda
happen
wish
is
Zelda
now it
would've
would be between
won.
those two games. But no one will say that. No one
There
will
was
look
gonna
at
be a bigger
my
rant than
opinions
this.
from like the last couple of weeks to months and take that as fact. They just want to go back 5-6 months before any of this information was
They
available.
falling no
when
polish.
made
I want to find
a
out who these
prediction
dudes
back
are.
then
These
and
dudes
say
who
that was my prediction.
did
It's
that
wrong. Yes, my
role that
outdated
they got on
prediction
stage.
before
They
Starfield
ain't never
came out,
showing their
before
identity.
Baldur's Gate 3 hit console was wrong. You're right. Once more data was given, I changed my prediction. But why don't you talk about that? Because you're a bunch of fucking morons.
What?
And all you want to do is talk about Phil was wrong, Phil was wrong. Nobody cares. You're a bunch of losers. Onward. Okay?
This dude
So,
went on a tirade talking about this
here's the
game
deal.
being not
Today
good.
we're going to talk about
We're
the
not
Game
gonna
Awards
play
a lot,
it.
all right? What
Now
I'm
you're
gonna
not
do
gonna
is
talk
briefly
about
go
me
through
changing my
schedule,
opinion.
But then
What
we're going to talk
opinion
about
did
the
you
Game Awards, and
change?
what we're going to do is we're going to approach this in an open format.
But it took you until
where
the summer to
guys
finally
are
think
gonna
about
be
playing the game?
able to ask me questions. I'm just going to say, hey, what do you guys want to talk about?
And yeah, everyone else is losing.
Ask me a question live on stream about the Game Awards, and I'll answer.
Ask me a
it.
question.
you know,
How is it
ask
different
me
from
about a
any
certain
other
game or a certain
stream?
announcement, and I'll talk about it.
Sir,
But you
this
said,
is
well, why
your
aren't you gonna do an
stream.
in-depth
Don't you wanna
recap?
talk about-
'Cause
give
the
a
Game Awards
rundown
were
on all the
3.5
awards?
hours long, and that's too fucking long.
There we
That's
go.
longer than E3. That's longer than any press conference ever. The Game Awards are way too drawn out, and sadly, get super boring. The last hour of the Game Awards, it's hard to stay awake. It's just
It's hard
not
to stay
entertaining
awake, you
anymore.
say.
It's
Says
really
the man
too
running
just
his stream. He
stupid.
falls asleep on
And
his
quite
own stream.
frankly, if you want my overall opinion on the Game Awards, I'll just tell you right
Hey,
now,
Jeff is cooking.
they were incredibly
Slow cooking.
underwhelming.
There
There
we
were
go.
far too few interesting announcements. There were too many indie games no one's going to fucking care
They
about
did
by
it for the
seeing a
first
little
30
snippet
minutes.
about it at the Game Awards. It was a complete waste of everyone's time. They should have focused on big blockbuster announcements and games.
Didn't they?
winning
Oh, he's not
awards,
playing
and that
Monster
was it.
Hunter.
And then the show would've been
100%.
90
This
minutes.
dude not playing
But instead
Monster
it was
Hunter.
3.5 hours, 2 hours of which were complete bloat, and it makes the show boring. It's basically now it's the Oscars, and the Oscars
The
suck too.
Oscars.
So why emulate a
You
show
know what?
that everyone?
They might as well
collectively
just
agrees is
have
not good?
DSP do the pre-stream for
I don't
3
know what
hours.
Jeff is thinking.
That would have been much
like, the
better.
show should be much better than it is. And there were a few really
Yeah,
awesome
indies are for
announcements,
Walmart
like,
shoppers.
Probably the thing that resonates in my head was OD, the new game from Hideo
DSP's
Kojima.
a
Looks like it's some
Fred
kind of
Myers
hybrid
connoisseur.
horror
He
movie
doesn't
game.
shop at those
Interesting,
peon
something
stores.
unique. That stands out to me as something awesome, right? So if
Right?
they had like 5 big announcements like that and all the Game
Whoa.
Awards, the show would have been great. But instead they have insane amounts of bloat and
Just have
nonsense
5
crammed in
games.
that makes it boring. I didn't like it overall. You know, here we are.
They showed a
3.5
bunch of
hours
stuff
at night,
off
and we're
days.
fast forwarding through shit. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
you're not
fucking
playing
care about the next
Dragon Ball Z.
bullshit
You're not playing
generic
Monster
shooter
Hunter. You're
that
not
looks
playing
exactly
none of
the
those
same as
games.
17 other shooters. Oh look, another fantasy RTS. Fast forward. It's like, fuck this. They're all the same shit. I don't need to even
They're all
see
the
half
same
these
shit.
announcements.
Just
They're
say you don't like
non-announcements.
these games.
If
You don't
they
like
all-
anime
they probably all
games.
paid to be there,
Anime
which is sad
games? What?
because no one's gonna fucking end up getting any kind of notoriety because they were on those Game Awards like that.
How do you know? How do we actually know no one's gonna get these games? Just because we're
Anyway,
not getting them.
So here's what we're gonna do.
All right, what are we gonna do?
Let me briefly go through my schedule. Then I'm going to field questions about the Game Awards, and you guys will be able to ask me directly questions about it. Okay? And we'll see what you guys want to talk about today.
All right.
Fair enough? About the Game Awards.
Fair
I know
enough.
that's just a
Sounds
hot
good.
topic for today. It's
Sounds
what
good
everyone
to
wants
me.
to talk about. Okay, so first stream today.
All right, you know what I don't get about these streams? All these other big streamers, they're like, oh yeah, let's talk about the Game Awards, let's do all of this fun stuff. Like, he could have planned this out way better in his head. Don't worry, he's talking about his schedule. He could have planned this out way better in his head. He could have had an actual layout. He could have did this like an actual show. Like, all right, let's give a rundown on all the awards. Let's talk about what announcements got showed out. No, we gotta do this the Phil way. You guys tell me what you want me to talk about, and then I'll tell you why I hate it. Tell me all the releases that you want me to play, but I'm gonna give you 500 reasons why I can't. Unless you give me a lot of money for it, then that's the only way I'll play it. But I already know what he's gonna play and what he's not gonna play from that list.
Close. So now it looks like we're gonna do that tonight, as long as I don't hit a wall, which could happen. I could end up having an army of camis back to back, or you know,
we're talking about Street
we'll
Fighter?
see. It's very tough.
An army of camis.
With,
it sounds like a dream.
It's very tough with Dalsim, but we'll see what happens tonight. The late stream hopefully goes well. Tomorrow,
why we not play
daytime stream will be
MK1?
more Modern Warfare 3, Warzone 3.0. I played this the other day on premiere day.
There
It was
you go.
pretty good. What I mean by that, it was pretty
Warzone
much
all
what you would
day.
expect.
You know what? If you see this channel boot up for
how
Warzone,
can I say,
it's not me.
a battle royale style game.
It probably won't be me.
Pretty on par with Warzone 2. Doesn't really feel that much different, although they have a few kind of quality of life improvements and innovations.
Yeah, we're just gonna do a long ass Q&A session.
I did pretty
So
good
this is
for my
gonna be the
premiere day.
longest Q&A session.
I'm excited to play some more
Who
tomorrow.
wants to have this for a
And tomorrow
fucking
night
podcast?
is Like a Dragon Gaiden.
Who wants to listen to this for a whole fucking podcast? You're on your way to work. You got your coffee in your hand. You're getting in your car. You're driving at like 6 a.m. You're like, oh, let me listen to my favorite podcast. This comes on. Who wants to listen to this? There's
So I hope
nonsense.
you'll join me over there for that.
Nonsense.
And then there's no night stream on Sunday. I know. People are going to be like, what? 2 weeks in a row? Yeah, last week's didn't go so well. Because last week when I went to film the private react videos for patrons, one of them completely corrupted. It was an hour of content that I lost.
Update your shit.
So this week, I'm going to film it
They're
again.
gonna be on the ditch on the rough side of the road.
I actually have another one to do now. So I have 2 private react videos to do. So I have to take the night off from streaming. But the good news is I'm going to take a little bit of that extra time to possibly film 1 to 2 holiday reviews for DSP React.
I can't wait for DSP to watch an old
them
Christmas
up.
movie.
So I actually have a couple Christmas special reviews.
What the fuck was that?
I'm going to try to queue them up.
We did a
Holiday
little
reviews
shake. What?
for DSP React. I'm going to try to queue.
I'm gonna try to cue him up. Hey, look at him. He's doing the shimmy shake. Yeah, cue him up. Trying to get the money to come out your wallet. This is the hand gestures. This is the magic trick. Look, you got a super chat. It worked.
DSP Gaming because you want it for all the months that you've asked for it and told me
Why
that
are
I
you
was
yelling?
wrong for skipping it.
Calm down.
On Monday, we're starting
Dave.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Cool.
And let me tell you something. If this isn't the best RPG I've
Why are
ever
we
fucking
yelling,
played in my
Dave?
life, if it's overhyped, if it feels underwhelming, if it's a slow-paced piece of crap, I'm going to be pretty pissed off because you guys keep telling me it's the best RPG ever, and I'm so wrong for skipping it. If this...
I hate this fucking dude so much. I really hate this fucking shit. What is he? This is a whole bit that he thinks is funny. Are we shaming the people? Well, you know what? If he's playing slowly and he sucks at the game, he's going to personally shame the viewer. Shame the viewer at his incompetence as playing a fucking game.
My God, you guys have ridiculously overhyped this game. And every time that I've asked the question,
maybe there's a reason then,
how
Dave.
is this game the best RPG, no one can answer.
Because people
it's got
like
a
the
great
game.
story. So do
How
other
you think
RPGs.
why we like
it's
Street
good
Fighter?
combat.
I think Street
RPGs have
Fighter is
great
mid
combat.
as fuck.
Oh, the atmosphere.
Street Fighter is the worst
well,
fucking
devs
fighting
listen
game
to the fans.
to me.
Their devs
But if you like the
listen to
game,
fans.
that's up
Can
to
you
you.
definitively
I'm not gonna
explain
shame
to
someone
me
else for liking the game.
what exactly it is in this game?
DSP gotta like
out?
the game.
The bear sex scene. That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard.
One aspect of the game that people memed up, and we taking this as a God, the
5 years
God
old?
on is like.
So
testament
that's
to
what
the
I mean.
game.
Like when everyone says it's the best, but no one can actually explain why.
Are you listening to people?
That
Maybe
makes
they
me
like
wonder
the game because
it's
a role playing
okay?
game. They can do
So
whatever
we're gonna
they want
find
in the
out.
game.
Now, by
they
the
can
way,
make a
I
character
want
how
to
they
remind
want.
you all of the reasons
like
why I didn't play
D&D.
Baldur's Gate 3 this year. You ready? First of all, it was PC only.
This the
So I
same.
couldn't play it at launch because it was
Yes,
PC
you could.
only. By the
You
time it
could've.
came out on PlayStation, I was already in the midst of other fall playthroughs
You
that were
chose not to
popular,
play
and
this.
I didn't
We
really
dropped
have
so
time to
many
play a
other
lengthy
games.
RPG at that time.
We were looking for a
Also,
game,
because of the way
scrambling
this
for a
game has
game
been
to find.
described, and because of the way that people are telling me that it is, all right. Basically, here's the deal. All right, I feel like it's not a game that fits the format of my streams. If people are
Okay,
saying
so
that a
then why are we
minimum playthrough
playing
of this
it
game
now?
is 60 to 80 hours
Because they
long,
won
if
Game
not
of the Year
longer.
awards and we want to
How
clout
in the fuck
chase.
do you think that
That's
fits
the
into my
only
stream? I'm a
reason we want to
variety
play this
streamer.
fucking game.
I don't just play one game endlessly. Nor do I think
Let's
that if I
check out
played
the
Baldur's
game of
Gate
the
3 endlessly,
year.
that
That's
it would
gonna be
work.
the fucking title
I think
of
people
it.
would get bored. I would get bored. The whole
Then why are
point
we
is to play
playing it?
variety, and that
If
way
this-
everything always feels fresh.
Dave,
right?
no.
But I also got to play games.
If this isn't your cup of tea, if this isn't your type of game, then why are we playing it, huh? Why are we trying to clout it? Why are we trying to make fetch a thing? You know what? He's expecting like $5,000 on this game. If he gets less than that, he's gonna shit on the game entirely. And we're gonna get through the game. We're gonna shit through the game entirely. Because apparently, I guess it's easier. I don't know. But we're gonna get through this fucking game.
That way, you don't feel like when you play a game 3 times a week, you've barely made a snail's pace of progress. You want to feel like you had.
That's the player's discretion. It's up to your discretion how much of the game you want to get through. Just because it takes you a whole stream to get through one battle, that doesn't mean it's taking everyone to do this.
Something significant happen, right? If I play RoboCop for 3 hours today, hopefully we get some story developments, we get some side missions, some fun stuff happens. Now,
this dude been walking through the streets of Detroit for like 3 streams or whatever the fuck he's been playing this for. It felt like he made no progress in this game.
I moved one bookcase, right, in 3 hours.
That's your own
fault.
fault.
Well, that could be Baldur's Gate 3 because from what I'm being explained about the game, it is a slow-paced game with tons of narrative, which is great. Except people want progress. They don't want to sit here for hours on end and nothing happens, right?
That's up to you then. Then why are we sitting at a DSP stream? Literally nothing happens every stream, but people still sit for it, so they don't care. They still gonna give you the same amount of money they think you deserve, which, in my opinion, 0.
Now again, I'm not trying to set the game up for failure.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
a realist. All right, I'm telling you,
I'm a realist. As we shaking like a stripper the entire time. We shaking like a leaf right now. We looking at the barrel of the camera. I'm a realist. I'm not tearing this game down. Then what are we doing? Why do we yell at the people for this?
Figured from everything you guys have told me about this game, I don't think it would work for my streams. But I'm listening to your feedback. You want it. It won Game
It took
of the
them 3
Year,
months to listen to your feedback.
And basically, it's been donated now. So every factor has lined.
There we go. That's the main reason why. It's 0 cost to him. So all the money he's going to make from this game is 100% profit. It's been donated. So yeah. So if he rage quit, it's your money wasted. That's why I think he's not rage quitting. Whoever donated him this, he's committed now. And he's going to bitch and moan the entire fucking way just to get to the end of the game.
I have no excuse to not play it. I'm going to play it. All right? In fact, I actually think at this point, there's been so much demand. There's been so much stuff that people have asked for. I'll give it a shot. All right? I'm a fair guy.
Game a shot
when so many people yell at me about it, right?
Right?
I'll do it. So we're starting Monday.
There we go.
And I'm going to approach it with an open mind like any other game.
Literally,
I will not be a dick about it. I'm not going to be, a negative asshole to the game. I'm going to approach it like an open...
I'm not going to be a negative asshole. As you were yelling at people saying if this isn't a good game. I know it was a bit, but that's his true opinion slipping out into a fucking bit. And we're going to be a realist. So that means we're going to be an extra asshole for the game. Sounds good to me.
RPG, I think people say character creation is pretty cool. We'll jump in, we'll see how the plots are. By the way, and here's the really cool part about it. I know nothing about this game. I've never played a Baldur's Gate game before. So I don't
That
know
means
the
you
plot,
gotta help him.
okay, at all. I've gotten 0 spoilers about it because I don't understand. I never played one. I don't know. How could you?
I don't believe that. He looked up a glossing overview of the game. He didn't retain any information. He looked over like a passing glance. He did like a passing glance over it. 100%. You're gonna have to hold his hand for like most of the other stuff though.
Spoil me. You know what I'm saying? So this is 100% cold turkey for me to jump into this game.
That's not the saying you wanted, Dave.
All right.
What do you mean cold turkey?
So let's find out how it's gonna go. Now,
I still hate the way he says cold turkey.
I will be very honest with you up front. If I play this game within 2 to 3 streams, everything is falling off. People aren't showing up. People are disengaging, not even talking about the game. They're just talking about other shit.
So a typical Dave stream? So people gotta be hyper engaged. They can't do anything, and the money trail off. If he sees $0, it's a problem.
It's boring in the chat. Engagement's dead. Support is dead. No one cares about the game. No, I'm not going to fucking play this game for 100 hours. No.
Cool, thank you.
Absolutely not.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you for confirming that you're not going to give this game 100% of your time and effort. So why should anyone else give them 100% of their money? You just confirmed you're not going to give it. You're only looking at it for monetary gain. So why should they reward that? You're not having real passion for the game.
If it's good, if I'm hooked on it and I really like it and you guys are liking it and we're all engaged, we're having a good time and it ends up being a great stream.
So what happens if people are engaged in the chat but you get no money? Are we still playing the game?
Everyone wanted it, but it was a trick because it's a fucking game that everyone knows won't work for streams.
It's a trick.
Fuck off.
They Jedi mind
It's that simple because I already feel like it won't work for my format. I've told you that already. I've predicted that.
Then why are we drumming this up?
I would like to be proven wrong. I would love to be proven wrong. Here's the thing.
He doesn't want to get proven wrong. He's already going into this proving he does not want to be proven wrong. He's going to make it his life's mission to make sure he lets you know the game is bad. Even though you may think it's good. He wants to change their opinion on the game.
RPGs. Did you notice? I grew up playing RPGs. It's one of my favorite genres of game. The problem is RPGs are very hard to retain attention.
That's up to you.
They're hard to retain an audience.
That's up to you.
Okay? And by the way, I already saw... Are you ready for this?
Okay, what did
I already saw people in chat already setting the stage for failure. You ready?
You're doing this
well, if he plays the game now and it doesn't do well, you can't blame the game because it's 4 months later. Bullshit.
Bullshit.
It's an RPG. I can play whenever the fuck I want. I didn't play every Elder Scrolls.
Yes, Dave. You can play the game whenever the fuck you want. That's your prerogative as a human and as a content creator. But you can't expect other people to be waiting on hands and knees, waiting for you to play a game that's already came out 3 months ago. If they show up, they show up. Great. If they don't, they don't. You can't expect it at this point. Like, you can't expect 150 a stream for it.
This game the day it came out, Oblivion, how many years late did I play that?
And it was terrible.
What the fuck are you talking about? No, if it's such a good RPG, it should be good whenever I play it.
We already setting this game up for failure.
No excuses that because it's 4 months later, now people won't watch it. Fuck you. Stop trying to already make excuses for why the game will not work on my streams because you're afraid it's not going to and then you're going to look like an asshole. So no, I'm not taking those excuses.
I don't know. I don't think they're going to look like an asshole in this.
If the game is good, it's good forever. Let's see if it's good starting on Monday. It's that
cool. How about Bugsnax? Is Bugsnax good forever? Is DSP gaming good forever? It was never good at all.
Simple.
If it's good, it's good forever. All right, cool.
No more bullshit.
I mean, it's good forever if you like the game.
Of the bullshit.
If you like playing games, that's when it's going to be good forever.
So I am excited. I really am excited to start this on Monday. And
you can't tell this man is excited to play the game. Look at the look on his face. Doesn't this look like a man that's excited to play Baldur's Gate 3? He can't wait. He couldn't wait so badly, he had to push it until Monday. That's how much he couldn't wait to play it. He got donated the game and he still had to make it wait.
Who is willing to admit when I'm actually wrong. If yesterday I had said there's no chance in hell Baldur's Gate 3 is going to win Game of the Year right. This game I would say I was completely wrong. No, I said that ages ago before all the qualifying things happened to make it look like it was going to win. And I was asked recently, would it win? And I said, yeah, it's either Baldur's Gate or Zelda. Those are the 2 games that are going to win Game of the Year. One or the other.
Now look at him. He changing his opinion.
So, no, you don't get to say no gotcha moments on me. I see you said it wasn't going to win. Yeah, that was like 6
No, the gotcha
moments
is at 3 a.m.
Okay. In this case, I would be willing to say, hey, if it works for my streams, if it's a great game, I will be happy. Do you understand? I will actually be happy to be proven
wrong. The only way for Phil to be happy to be proven wrong is if you line his pockets with money, and you show up and just keep constantly talking. He wants 100,000 people a stream. And he wants $100,000 a stream too. That's the only way he can be happy to be proven wrong. Sounds good to me.
Wrong. I would love to have a great game in my streams. Now, I want you to understand something. We are opening a big can of worms with this, and here's why we're opening a big can of worms.
Hello?
In January, there's 2 big RPGs. Persona 3 Remake.
Oh no.
And Like a Dragon Infinite
please
Wealth.
Don't. No, why are we
ginormous,
adding
both of
more?
which are highly anticipated, both of which everyone wants to see. How the fuck do I keep playing Baldur's Gate 3 with those?
Okay, I see where he's going with this now. We got a time limit set on Baldur's Gate. He got until these games come out in January. If he does not get enough money until those games come out, he's dropping the game right at that. Right as soon as he's switching over. 100%. 1,000%. That's what he's doing. He put a time limit on Baldur's Gate.
Games, I can't.
If he doesn't get the amount of money that he wants,
that's the answer. I can't. There's no way that I can juggle 17 RPGs at once. You understand that, right?
You might have to boot up early. He's playing Baldur's Gate 3 on Monday.
Again, this game is so lengthy with my variety schedule.
And get this he's putting a time limit on it too. If he doesn't get the amount of money that he wants,
I could be playing.
He's going to drop the game.
Many games at once, right?
It's
absolutely ridiculous. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. If we play it and it's great, right? And now all of a sudden, it's like now we have to make a decision. Well, crap, what games am I skipping? What games am I playing?
Point.
And I think this is going to come more into play because on the Christmas Marathon, December 23rd, which is coming up, by the way, it's about 2 weeks from tomorrow, right? That's when we're going to go through the game schedule for 2024. We're going to
what? The only reason he's looking forward to Like a Dragon, because it has infinite wealth in it. He thinks by the end of the game, he's going to have infinite wealth. Like, oh, God, maybe if I get to the end of the game, my problems will be over.
Week by week, what games
he holding out. He holding out hope
that which ones are interesting that you want to see me play. And once we figure this out, we're going to have to make tough decisions.
Check for infinite
this is going to be a tough one. I'm going to have to drink. I'm going to have to start drinking eggnog and whiskey to make these tough decisions about the schedule because I love these games. And it's going to be sad to say I just can't play them all because, I'm one man. What are we going to do?
Why do we have to
it's going to be a rough one.
Specifically choose whiskey and eggnog?
We'll have to talk about this and figure this out together. All right?
Who's we? He's going to rage quit it. Wage quit it.
No, I actually loved Persona 3 until the final dungeon. The final dungeon's the...
Don't you lie to me. Don't you fucking lie to me. It was such a meme. Even Atlas had to join in on the fun. Don't you put this out there, Dave. No.
Only part of Persona 3 that's complete
Charm
bullshit.
Soul?
The game is incredibly good up to that point.
Is it?
And then the ending is terrible.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's like, why the fuck did they make it
I'm
that?
sure it was that bad, huh? It made you rage quit.
Okay. All right. So, that's what we're doing. Starting Monday, it's Baldur's Gate 3 premiering. Monday night will be more Street Fighter. Tuesday will be more RoboCop. Tuesday night will be Like a Dragon Gaiden, and then Wednesday's open. Wednesday we could do more Baldur's Gate. We could do Battle Royale in Modern Warfare.
Sounds good to me, Dave.
Street Fighter, whatever you guys want. I'm assuming if the Monday stream goes well with Baldur's Gate, you're going to want to see more, so we'll probably do it again on Wednesday. And so that's that. Just to make this very clear, that's the schedule. RoboCop, Baldur's Gate, some Battle Royale and or multiplayer Modern Warfare 3 mixed in, Street Fighter 6, and Like a Dragon Gaiden. That's it. That's the year. Like there's no time for other games now. You get that? That will be what we're doing for the rest of the month. You know what I'm saying?
Oh boy, that sounds fantastic to me.
That's going to be fun and special, but that's it. Please don't start asking for other random games out of nowhere now. There's no time. Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be incredibly time consuming because of the kind of game it is. So that's what it's going to have to be. All right? So I'm willing to bite the bullet on this one. I'm giving it a shot because it's
I'm biting the bullet playing a game. Imagine that. We're biting a bullet on a video game, making it seem like you're pulling teeth out.
All circumstances have come together, right? So the game is on every console. The game has been reviewed well everywhere. The game just won Game of the Year. You guys keep asking for it, and someone donated it. If I didn't play this game at this point,
No, it didn't matter about any of this shit. How many games won Game of the Year and is on all platforms, and we still didn't play? We still didn't play Octopath. The main reason, it was donated. That's the main reason he playing this game, 100%.
Right? But that doesn't mean that I'm going to love it, nor am I obligated to love it and keep playing it. So let's see how it goes starting on Monday. Okay?
Someone give you a free game, a free $60 game. You gotta fucking play that shit. I hope so.
Exactly. I hope that's fair. I hope you guys.
What if it's not fair?
I'm listening to you. Remember, old Phil, the
old Phil would have called you an asshole.
Old Phil would have told you guys.
He's still doing
I'm not
this,
playing
but he's
this
just
game.
not
Fuck
outright
this game.
saying it.
You know what I mean?
He's dancing around it.
I've been listening. I'm like, all right.
You haven't been
everyone,
listening.
Literally, everything is pointing towards playing this.
No, you haven't been listening. You had to wait for someone to buy you the game for you to play it.
Let's see how it goes starting on Monday. So mark your calendars, set your clocks, Get out
I'm
your
not doing
smartphones,
either
put
of
on your
those.
pop-ups, get your little fucking smart watches, program it
There
into
we
there,
go. We
write
gotta
it on your
meme it
forehead
up.
backwards so when you look in the mirror, it
Right.
reflects. It says Monday, Baldur's Gate on DSP Gaming. Be here. Because the
Yeah.
way you guys hype this goddamn game, there better be 1,000 viewers on that stream.
Why we setting a high bar on this? Why we setting a high bar so that way we can be let down by this? We just want all the trolls. We want all the stuff to show up. 1,000 viewers to show up. We really want that, huh, Dave? 1,000 viewers to show up so they can't talk? Oh yeah, they gotta send me tips and super chats for it. Why are we doing this? He really hyping this up.
Seriously.
He wants
as
to
much
be
as
let
you
down
guys
so bad.
asked for this game, this better be like the hottest stream of the year, right? Seriously, I mean it too. Everyone better fucking
Dave, it's never gonna be the hottest stream because it's a DSP stream. So it's by default, it's never gonna be the hottest stream of the year. 100%.
be here. Everyone. And your mother. Tell your mother to be on watching that
All right,
stream.
we doing
Tell your
this.
family to be on. Tell your dog to buy an iPad and be on that
doing
fucking
this.
stream.
Yeah. Are you done? Are you done?
You work Mondays? Bud Walton says he works Mondays. You're taking Monday off. For God's sake, you're
done.
taking that fucking day
All
off
right.
and you're going to be
We're
here on
still
the stream.
doing the bit. We still think we're funny.
All of a sudden, you've come down with the crippling illness. You can't make it. You
Just
got to
say
be
you
here.
got gout. Yeah, you can
Understand
stay
me?
home from that.
Oh my God. Now, guys, again, don't take it so seriously. I'm a joker. You know I'm messing around with you. Please tell me you know I'm messing around with you. Because you know the idiots will quote this out of context. And there's nothing I can do
Who
about
the
that. They'll do
idiots?
whatever
I
they
knew you
want.
was
But I'm not
fucking
gonna
doing some
change
stupid
my,
bit.
my personality because
How
of
late
this
did you
idiot.
stay up for
I'm
this?
joking.
4
This
a.m.?
is all a joke. It's meant to be silly. I hope you understand. But
He's trying to be
I really
silly,
appreciate
but
that you
his
guys
this
give
is
me the
his true
feedback you
fucking
gave me this
feelings.
year.
If this
I
shit
do.
doesn't,
Because
if
without your
this shit
feedback, I
isn't a
wouldn't know what to do.
success,
And I'm
you
willing to
gotta
give
be
it a
mad.
shot. I am.
He ain't gonna
Now-
let- no, he
now
ain't
is
gonna
the
let you
time.
know this
If
until,
we're
like, the
gonna
third
do it, now
stream.
would be the time. We finally finished
The
all
third
the
stream
major
is gonna be
releases
when
of the year,
Real
right?
Phil comes out. Maybe
They're all
even the
wrapped
second
up.
one of this.
Now it's the end of the year. We have some time between now and basically like maybe the second week of January to play stuff like this. So now's the perfect time to give it a shot. Now, the problem is if the game's so long, there's no way we're going to finish it, right? But at least we'll get a chunk into it. And then we can go back to it later, whatever we want.
Dude, why? Why are we hyping up that we're gonna play part of the game and then not finish it? If he doesn't finish his game, we never going back to this. Why? It's gonna be like Divinity all over again. When was the last time he said, "Oh, don't worry, we'll come back to Divinity"? No, we never going back to it. If he does not finish this in one go, we never playing this again.
Dude, we can make that judgment later.
No.
But I'm
How
happy
many games has he said,
that you
"Oh,
guys
don't
were
worry, we'll come back to
understanding
this later,"
year
and we
to
never
understand I
came
couldn't
back
just
to
drop everything that was going on for Baldur's Gate 3 because they decided to drop a console port of it in like the mid-September. It was like, what am I supposed to do? Right? So I'm happy. Thank you for understanding, and now we're going to give it a shot. All right, now. What I'd like to do, because we're going to do shout-outs, but we got to remember, I do shout-outs at the end of the stream. I'd like to open up
worry.
the stream, all right, to questions about the Game Awards.
Oh, boy.
You guys are just going to be able to ask me questions about whatever you want, and I'll answer them.
Let's
all right?
see what
But
we can
before
get to
there, a
that's,
couple quick reminders.
meaningful.
Number one, please nominate games for the Christmas event, which is December 23rd.
We gotta do
Baldur's
our
Gate 3 is
fucking
already being
show.
played. So that everyone
Yeah,
who
good
nominated
thing I'm
Baldur's Gate 3,
speeding
thanks,
through
but
this.
it's already
Get
being
outta
played.
here.
Now we need other games for the Christmas event. So please nominate other video games to be played for the Christmas
No, I don't
marathon, which
think
is
I
Saturday,
will.
December 23rd.
No, thank you,
You can
Dave.
do that by typing
Stop
exclamation
telling
point
me to
Christmas in the
do
chat right
this.
now, or by going to the members only thread.
I
that's
keep
available
telling
on
you
the
that-
main channel
I
page
keep
of this
telling
channel.
you
If
no
are a
every
channel
day,
member,
but you just
please
keep
post up your
telling me to do
nominations.
this.
I need more of those. Basically, it's going to go for like another week and a half, and then I'm going to do a poll to determine the winners that'll be played. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, please keep nominating your favorite playthroughs of the year in the best of 2023
Yeah,
thread. You can
I
access
think
that
you
by typing
enjoyed
exclamation
Phantom
point best of
Liberty poll.
2023.
It's
Okay?
very
And then,
enjoyable.
at the end of the year, I'm going to tally up the most
Especially
nominated
with
games, and that's
the
gonna be part of my
2.1
year-end series,
update.
all right? Last
Yeah,
thing
you've
I'll
been
say,
gone for a
please
while,
support
so
the
they
stream.
updated the...
As you can see,
What?
sadly, we had a dip in members.
Yo!
30 members lost during my one day off.
We got a
We were
big
at
first.
620. And then a big dip. It sucks because we had great momentum.
Great
We're heading,
momentum, yeah.
higher and higher.
People stop
Please
giving me
consider
money.
becoming a member or gifting a membership today. And as you know, every stream I try to hit the tier 1 tips goal. If we can exceed that today, great.
Aw,
But thank you
man,
in advance for
dude.
any contributions on the stream. All right, enough with the baloney. I'm fielding questions right now
Oh, we are?
about the Game Awards, starting with Meatball Man. Thoughts on Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty being in so many categories? He scrolled off the screen.
Yeah, we don't care.
So many categories, despite it being a DLC. Listen, I think the reason that it got nominated in so many categories is because the original game was a disappointment. So this was that game time to shine, right? Let's be
Right.
honest. Like, people finally got to say, hey,
So are we gonna
it's
play
getting
that
the
now?
recognition that it
They
finally
got so
deserves 'cause
many
they fixed it.
awards now.
If
we
the
gonna play it
original game
again?
had been great, it probably would have had just as many, if not more, nominations the year it came out years ago. But it was a
So we're gonna
flop.
go
It was
back
a
to it, right?
disappointment. It was unfinished.
Just like we did for
right?
Baldur's Gate.
I think that's why that happened. Do I agree with the DLC getting that many nominations? No.
Yeah,
I didn't
we don't
play it.
care.
I don't care.
Yeah,
about
we mushmouthed
so.
that one. We really don't care about the game. We never going back to that. We were able to get a free refund for it, and we played the full
let's see
game.
here. Your thoughts on the Marvel's Blade game? Did you see the Blade
Yeah, it
movies?
is.
I've seen the Blade
Dude, they
movies.
I hope you make a
I
new
did not see
character,
gameplay of the game. I mean,
that's
a
the
Blade
only
game
way
could
you
be
can
good.
fully get
I don't know.
everything
It's
out
made
of
by
it.
Arcane. Now I don't know how I feel about it. Their last few outings have sucked ass. Usually I would like Arcane.
Well, they
like,
won
the Dishonored
sound
games are
design,
good.
so there you go.
And then they had like 2 shitty games. So I don't know how to feel about it. I hope it's good though.
They're gonna be having so much shit come off.
Am I interested in Visions of Mana?
Possibly.
That one surprised me. I did not expect them to actually make a direct inline sequel to Secret of Mana. Never. I mean, they remade the game, and then they had a spin-off game. I wasn't expecting them to continue this series. I guess what happened is the remake of Secret of Mana and then the spin-off game bolted really well.
DSP been struggling
so they
with
decided
that
to
for
make a whole new
years.
sequel.
That's like his sewer
Okay.
level.
It looks pretty good. It actually looks good to me because I like the original Secret of Mana. I played it in the 90s. I rented it several times. I really like.
You know what? Out of that, Secret of Mana is gonna be.
So yeah, I'm actually down for that. I'm down for the continuation of any classic Square.
It's not gonna be his
franchise
game.
from the
He's gonna
90s,
make
and
that
that's
game
one
look
song. Yeah, that's good for
absolutely
me.
fucking boring, but I'm looking forward to it.
Thoughts
I'm not
on
looking
Spider-Man 2
forward to
winning
him to
0
ruin it,
awards?
no.
Not shocked. It's journalists who vote. Journalists are not into those games. They're not.
What do you mean they're not
here's
into
the
those
thing.
games?
Did Spider-Man 2 really do anything amazing? Well, probably the best open world realism.
They done a
meaning
lot of
that
stuff.
New
I
York
like
City
the
representation
motion
is the best
and the
we've ever
web
seen in any
swinging.
video game. And the free flowing without any
You know what?
loading
It
to
won
go through the
awards
city
in
at
my
any
heart.
time was
That's all I
amazing.
gotta say.
Right? Outside of that, the story was good. The graphics were good. The gameplay was good. But did anything like, oh my god, knock my socks off, never seen anything.
You're never
this
gonna
good
get
before.
this reaction, Dave.
Some
You
people
hate
still
games and
arguing
you hate
that the
everything,
Arkham
so
franchise
you're never
is
gonna
better.
get this.
I would say that Spider-Man 2 is the best
I'll make
video,
him green.
the
Let's
best
see if I can
comic
make
book
him
video game we've
green.
ever had. I will stand by that statement. I think it is. But I think for the time, Arkham was
No way I can
amazing.
make him green.
So, but yeah, it's journalists. Journalists don't vote for fucking, they'll nominate it, but they ain't gonna vote for it for Game of the Year. They're not gonna award
Almost
it.
green.
They just want to get it to get recognition. You know what I mean?
There we go. There's the
Thoughts
Grinch
on
coming
Street
out.
Fighter 6 winning Game of the Year?
We need the Grinch
Street Fighter 6
side
winning
for
Fighting
it.
Game of the
Come
Year.
on.
Why wouldn't it? It was a shoe-in to begin with.
Oh god, no.
It has, in my opinion, the best graphics of any fighting game this year. Some people disagree. I think it does. Has the best online connectivity of any fighting game this
Street
year.
Fighter
It
6.
actually completely refixed.
You know what? I'm
fixed
glad
all
they
the
gave it
issues
like
of
a
Street Fighter
slide
5. It
into
really
it.
did. It made the game more viable for competitive communities, for the casual community. It has
Twice-
more content.
twice as
I mean,
many
look at all the
gave
content in
Bronze
that game,
Spider-Man
offline
3.
content. Even
You
if
know
you're not
what?
going
I
online,
hope they
it's
do
insane
now,
amount.
too.
Then you could
Just to
go put
spite
your
you.
avatar online and dick around. The game.
I hope they do
is
a
made
lesbian
for everyone.
storyline too.
They basically completely fixed all their mistakes from the last gen. That's
We're
great.
not gonna get into what our
Okay?
opinions
I
on
played some of
Glenn
the other
is. Get
fighting
out of
games,
here.
like Mortal Kombat 1.
I'm not getting into
Disappointment.
that right now.
Competitively a trash game. Bad connections online. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna
How
do?
can you even say that was gonna be, the winner? The funny part was Ed Boon.
Oh, good.
The
Ed
guy
Boon,
primarily
everyone's
in
favorite.
charge of Mortal Kombat, was a presenter at the awards. So he had to sit in that audience and basically grind his teeth to see Street Fighter 6 win and his game lose, even though he probably
How the
thought he was
fuck-
going
why-
to win.
why are you saying
'cause
this?
He's buddy
Maybe
buddy
he
with
don't
a
give
bunch
a
of
fuck.
games journalists. He is. He's really buddy buddy.
Is it bad
He
to have
probably
friends
thought, maybe
now?
if I get really friendly this year, my game will win.
What the fuck?
Nope. Oh well. Let's continue.
He's
Thoughts
really
on
buddy
Dragon Ball Z
buddy,
game?
huh?
I really don't have thoughts on Dragon Ball
It's
Z
bad to
games
have
anymore.
connections.
They don't appeal to me.
And we
It's the
putting
same
in
shit
like
over
fake.
and over, honestly. This one's made by the makers of Jump Force.
We're putting in fake
right?
narratives.
It's the same shit again for the millionth time. I don't watch Dragon Ball. I haven't seen Dragon Ball Super. I don't really care, quite frankly.
Yeah, Marin's crying right now.
How do I feel about the God of War DLC dropping in a
Of
few
course
days?
you didn't like the
From
anime
what
game.
I saw, what I made of it, it's not an actual story continuation. What they've done is they basically just made a bunch of combat challenges, right? Which is why it's free. If this had a major story element to it, if it was actually a major chunky
Yeah,
DLC
people gonna like the
that
combat.
continued the plot, then it would be actually sold, right? But it looks like what all they did
What all they do?
was they added a bunch of combat challenges in this Valhalla atmosphere, and that's what it is.
Yeah, we
So for
definitely
me,
not playing that.
do
It's
we
a free
really wanna see
DLC
me play
day.
that
Why
game again
wouldn't
just
we
to do a bunch
play
of
it?
combat? You know how boring and repetitive and grindy that would be, probably
Says
not
the
very
person that
fun.
didn't like the
For people
combat.
who love the game and its combat, you probably really would enjoy that.
Yeah,
so
they
go
didn't
for
like
it, and
any
it's
of
free.
that.
You can't complain about something that's
Yeah,
free.
we're not gonna.
But for
we
me, it
definitely
doesn't
not
look
playing
that good. It's just a combat challenge.
What are we gonna
from what
get?
I
Just
saw.
Dave throwing
So.
an axe for like 2 hours? All right, time to end it. That's
Thoughts
all
on the
we
quick
saw.
Sega
everything in
games
the game.
being remade. That looked amazing to me. My wife and I both were like, no way. She loves Crazy Taxi. And she's like, Crazy Taxi's coming back?
You looked
and I'm
at-
like,
you looked at
that's
Cat.
Golden
You see-
Axe only in
you
3D.
see that, Cat?
Holy shit,
I
that's a
used
new
to play that
Shinobi
in the
game.
arcade.
Oh, I
You
couldn't
see
believe
that?
it. And she couldn't believe it. We
Cat
were
just
very
rolled her
stoked
eyes, just looked
to see
away.
these new Sega games being made.
The
So,
cat really
hey,
loved this
so
day.
it's like all of a sudden Sega remembered, oh, wait a minute. We actually make games. Did you know
Stop
that?
trying to
Let's
make it
fucking
seem
make
like you
some.
were hanging out with
It's
Cat
about
during
fucking
this.
time.
No,
What
you
were
were
we
probably
doing
sitting
all
in
these
this
years?
chair with like Jenny. in
All
your
right,
hand.
good. Make some fucking video games. Thoughts on Jurassic Park Survival, which takes place 2 days after
Yeah,
the
we
first
playing this
movie.
one.
That
Thumbs
looked
up.
great.
Oh,
to
it got
me.
a Dave
It
thumbs
literally
up.
looked
Holy
really
shit.
good because it's the same exact location as the original Jurassic Park movie. So you're gonna have tons of nostalgia if you love that movie, which I
no.
do. I've seen that movie dozens of times. It's a
We're
great
gonna get
movie.
so many
It's gonna be
weird
really
80s,
cool to
90s
recognize
lore on
the
Jurassic
dinosaurs
Park
and
now.
the things from that movie. Looks great. And
Oh,
if
that's
it's
gonna be
truly
so
a
hot.
first-person survival game with like it's a story and everything, I think it's gonna be outstanding. Joel Law says, to be fair, it was a killer game year. The competition was brutal. Spider-Man 2 could have had a bigger chance of games like Alan Wake 2 and Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah,
hadn't
we
come out
really
this year. That
speed
is
reading
correct.
this. We don't give a fuck.
Very good.
Yeah, we just fair read it. Very good. That's all you get for it.
Thoughts of the Kojima
We don't
segment?
even
Like
know what the
I
dude
already
just
said earlier,
said.
I think that was one of the biggest highlights of the night, to know that Kojima is not just making
All
Death
right.
Stranding 2, because I thought that's what we all thought it was going to be, and it wasn't at all. It was a whole new game. We don't know what the fuck it's
Yeah,
going
we
to be.
already
besides
knew he was
horror.
working with Xbox.
The fact that he's
Well,
collaborating
why am I
with
saying
Jordan
we? Yeah,
Peele, a
you know
real
what, I'll
life
say his
director
word. A lot of
horror
people knew
movies
he
that
was
are
working
popular.
with Xbox.
The fact that Jordan Peele is an actual real fan of video games who plays them and not just saying that, and knowing that he's going to collaborate with Kojima, and Kojima
Oh,
saying,
thank
no, we're
you,
actually
Dave.
teaming
Thank
up
you
with other
for
big people as
checking
well. We're gonna have this
Jordan
big,
Peele's
insane
credentials on
artistic
being a real
collaboration
gamer.
to make the most
Did you check
unique
his
game
card
ever.
too?
Sounds good to me. I like uniqueness. Alan Wake 2 this year had some of
We
the
like
biggest,
uniqueness,
most
but we're
unique
on
parts of
DSP
any video
gaming.
game, and
That
I
was
will
amazing.
remember those. I'll remember
Welcome to
flashing
the Grinch
between two
stream.
different scenes with a lamp that makes the entire situation change, and changing scenes to be horror and things. I will remember the giant dance number with a real band playing and live action people. I'll remember all of that.
What?
Because it's unique. That's what we need, more uniqueness, and not people just following the fucking outline of this is what the game's supposed to be, and people will buy it if we just do these couple things that we check off the list. No,
Why are
need
we
more unique
pretending to care
experiences.
about
We
any
do.
of this?
Now, the challenge here is
What?
to make the unique experiences fun. And the problem is, with Death Stranding, the story was amazing, the graphics
Don't you
were
talk about
outstanding,
Death Stranding, you
and the gameplay
motherfucker.
was
Don't you
terrible.
say it.
What Kojima needs to do is find that balance where it's fun to play. but
Imagine
it's
someone
also
else-
fun to
imagine
experience.
DSP
Like,
telling you how to
everything
do
has
your
be fun.
job.
He didn't
That's
do
an
that with Death
insult.
Stranding. He has to nail that with OD. I think
He has to nail
he's
that
getting
for
better
Dave.
at it, so hopefully
If he
this will
doesn't
be
nail
amazing.
that,
We'll
then
find
I don't
out.
know if he's
But
gonna win a
that was a
Snorty.
really good announcement for me. Will I play the finals? Fuck no.
There we
Don't
go.
see a reason to. Not my style of game.
Multiplayer
Don't really
game?
care about
Nah,
the
we ain't
finals is a
playing that.
game for these streamers who all they do is play first-person shooter games. They just need another
So
one.
streamers are
Give
like
variety,
fun?
So it's not just Call of Duty all the time. You know. I
So
don't really
people
give
that
a
like
shit about
playing
it.
games for fun. All right,
If you
that's
guys
what we
wanted to
got.
see me play it as a one-off stream or something to try it, I
What's the
would.
point of
If it's
that? Just
free,
say
I'm
no.
not
Just
buying
say
it.
I don't want to play
Hell
it.
no.
Just say I don't. That's
What
all
do I
you
think
have
about the
to say.
Ronin game? It looked good with Rise of the Ronin, right? Looks good from Team Ninja, right? And I think it's only... Was it Team Ninja?
You know, I want him to get to
It looked really good to me.
Lego Fortnite.
Because it
I'm
didn't
gonna
look like
download
Dark
that
Souls
shit right
because that
as soon
it
as the
had
stream
like
is
special
over.
abilities and things. So what definitely wasn't
Look
Dark
at this,
Souls, but it
Fortnite
was
never
kinda- I don't
going
know,
away,
it's hard to
baby.
read. There were no
You know, I
energy
know
bars or
John
anything, so
got
you can't see
Lego
how tough the game
Fortnite
really
installed
was.
and Lego Racing or Fortnite
But
Racing.
PlayStation exclusive, right? It comes out next year, March. It looked pretty good to me. I might be getting it confused with another game, but it looked pretty good to me in my opinion.
All right.
Did I enjoy the
Don't worry,
evidence
I'm
of
currently
flute guy using a
coping
dozen
over,
instruments during the music section?
Spider-Man.
Yes and no. Like, I appreciate the guy's talent, and I absolutely love
I
real
went
life
to sleep with my
musicians.
mask
I
on
hate
just
when
to
they try
prove
so
that
hard to make
the game
memes
is
out of
good
it.
to me.
So because the guy is talented and uses different, instruments, let's just keep showing him. Let's have him ham it up and act up. It's like,
What?
can we just have music? Do I have to have, like... I understand, but do we have to have, like, 100 characters playing the music? Like, do we need to have fucking Big Bird playing the trombone? And, you know,
It's
fucking,
called a show. It's called
I
putting
don't
on
know,
a show,
Johnny Depp
Dave.
playing a guitar.
They're supposed to
and then
make this
fucking flute Guy
entertaining.
going crazy. You know, do we need a million characters, or can we just
You know
have some
what?
music?
Jeff should have just been in the chair and just
Sometimes you just
did
want
the
some
awards
music,
just like this.
right?
He should have did the awards
Pretty
like Dave.
ridiculous.
Just put a chair in the middle of the stage and just start saying stuff. Just start talking.
How much did I lull when Christopher Judge presented a Modern Warfare 3 campaign burn? I thought it was funny. I laughed.
Did we? Did we really laugh? Did we have a good chuckle?
Obviously, he lip synced because he's not the singer. The singer was actually there really singing the lines while he was just lip syncing and dancing. But it was cool to see it. You already saw it in the game, and then you get to see it actually performed on stage, proving that these guys have massive talent and could actually do this as like a live stage show.
You really thought they didn't pander hard enough, huh?
Thoughts on Lego Fortnite? I have none. I mean, it's a kid's game. Good for them. If you ever wanted to prove that Fortnite was a game made for kids, Lego Fortnite. That's all you got to say. From now on, whenever someone says, man, you know, that Fortnite game, you know, what are you talking about? That every streamer tried to cater to kids, and the whole game is towards kids and microtransactions.
Says the dude that blows bubbles.
Where's your evidence? Lego Fortnite. Oh, shit.
Yeah, you point to Lego Fortnite. Yeah, look at that.
Like I say, you're done. You walk away. You put your hand out.
Put your hands up, yep. You walk away.
All right, done.
Lego says it from 1 to 99.
I don't know if I'll try any new Monster Hunter. As you know, I was 100% gung-ho to do Monster Hunter World.
No, we're not playing it.
I played the demo.
We're not playing it. Yep.
Absolutely hated it. Found it insanely boring. I had a whole stream scheduled, 3+ hours of this Monster Hunter World demo, co-op, with other people.
Who was it?
And we're
Say his name.
Tomato.
Tamalio, whatever the fuck his name was. He can't even say his name no more.
So, I've tried it. It did not work. I mean, I'm not again. If there's another demo for the new Monster Hunter game, and we try again,
we're gonna play a demo and rage quit it?
But there's no way I'm jumping in head first into that game and buying it and everything when people hated the
last fuck would they make a demo? So, you know what? I hope they make a demo.
I just gave my thoughts on Rise of the Ronin. I guess you missed them.
Yeah, we not playing.
Does that mean the Star Wars games I played this year is for kids because I had a Lego game? Huh?
Yeah, he want to play it by himself.
I don't even understand what that means.
Yo, we won't even be able to play that co-op if there's a demo for it now, too.
Now, there could be some adult appeal, but
yo, it's just gonna be 100% Dave. We play single player stuff now.
Variety. It's good to have that kind of
variety.
Yo,
we definitely not playing that game, man.
Not every game is for a mature.
We are 100% definitely not playing the new
Monster Hunter game like Fortnite, and I said, well, so we're making Kitty Fortnite, Lego Fortnite. Yeah, because it's for kids.
Yeah, time to laugh at.
That's fine. It's okay to admit it. What's hilarious is this group of adults who play this game so much.
Why are you mad at other people having fun?
You know, it's fine. You can still enjoy things as an adult that are intended for children. You understand?
Okay, then
right?
why are we just fixated on it?
People still like Charlie Brown. People still like fucking SpongeBob. Do you think that was written for you? It's written for kids, but it's okay to enjoy it. It's fine.
So
the Muppets.
Shut up.
Hell, I love the Muppets.
The Muppets.
But it's for kids. But just admit it. It's time to stop fucking trying to make excuses. Fortnite has always been a children's game. Since the moment...
DSP, at the end of the day, video games is a fucking kids thing, too. You can say video games as a total. Get out of here, Dave.
Everything cartoony. Since the streamers dyed their fucking hair neon and acted like cartoons,
we still looking at Ninja. We still blaming Ninja for this. Oh my god. We still got to fucking... We still want to put a gun in Ninja's head.
Do you mean the one that starts with M? I think.
You know what? The Grinch skin is coming off more and more.
It looks
now.
great.
Can we make this even more green?
All the stuff you liked about Persona thrown into a medieval atmosphere with fantasy. I love it. Looks great to me. I'm excited for more information about it. I want to play it. It looks great to me. Yeah, I told you. I'm a huge fan of RPGs.
Oh yeah, that's even better. Makes me happy. Hell yeah, that makes me very excited. Better. We unlocked Ultra Instinct Grinch right now. Yeah, he played Disney Dreamlight.
The pre-show sucked. The pre-show was 30 minutes of boredom. Nothing interesting. Insanely bad lines written by the presenter. Every time she delivered a cringy line, you had to feel bad. Like, what the fuck happened here? Who wrote this crap? And what they did is they crammed a bunch of awards in 30 minutes.
Nasty hands
and none of the awards really got the recognition they deserved, which is really sad because they absolutely should be getting attention for some of these awards, like the Accessibility Award, which, by the way, Forza Motorsport won, which is Brandon Cole.
There we go.
Blind man who used to be a fan of mine and watch all my stuff, and he hasn't been around for a while.
Oh, look at this dude. We clout chasing an actual blind person now. What is this? You guys know Brandon Cole, super blind man? He used to show up here. Dude, are we this down bad? We gotta keep clout chasing super blind man. I don't give a fuck about Brandon Cole.
He's so busy now with work.
So busy.
He gets so much accessibility work, which is outstanding. He won. He even got a name call out. on the show.
You know what? DSP had the Tangeray in his hand. He was playing All My Life. He said this is my win. He took this win from Super Blind Man as his own. He was playing All My Life, just dancing in his living room. Like, yeah, I finally did it.
Which was amazing to see someone who used to be a major part of my streams now.
You don't give a fuck about this.
Recognition on the show. I'm so proud of him, and I want to give him a shout out and let him know how much publicly I'm proud of him for the work he's doing.
I'm proud of him. Are you his dad? Oh yeah, Dave. Dave wants you to know that he's proud of you. Thank you. We did all this for Dave. All the work that he's did. This was for Dave. He was living his life.
Really awesome.
I'm proud of you, Super Blind Man.
Okay.
Why are we doing this publicly? Why don't we do it privately? Send him a DM saying I'm proud of you. If you really care about him, why we gotta do this when the camera's on? Hello?
Play that. There's no time. How do you expect they showed am I interested in playing it because it looks like Persona 5? Yes, but I can't play it. There's no time. How do you expect me to start Baldur's Gate 3 this month? Play that. Play Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This is what I mean. These are the decisions we have to make. And in this case, sadly, games have to be cut. What game's going to be cut? The game I already played. Even if it's a remake that looks and plays like Persona 5, I can't play it. Plus, it's Atlas, and Atlas is...
There you go, look! You don't have to worry about him playing Persona 3 Remake. Marin's,
always a liability.
All My Life
Atlas games tend to have copyright issues on YouTube, so it's the easy one to cut. Sorry to say.
There you go.
I have no idea what the hell Light No Fire is. Never heard of it.
Cool. Anything else, Dave?
Were there any games I expected to be announced that weren't? I mean, the one thing everyone was expecting was the Elden Ring DLC, or at least some update on something from software, and they were not even there in any capacity. You know, like, whoa, what the hell? Like,
they're gonna
really?
do like Rockstar.
So,
they're gonna probably just announce it on their own thing. They're big enough.
Nothing to say, or there was a falling out between them and Jeff Keighley because remember, Summer Game Fest is where they.
So because they weren't there, that means it was a falling out. What is this? What are these rumors you're putting out?
All their information about Elden Ring a couple of years ago. That's where they got that. E3 got snubbed. Jeff got the scoop. So it was shocking that
Jeff got scooped.
They weren't there at all. Everyone thought they were going to be there.
All right.
Den of Wolves. I don't know what that is either. Don't know what Den of Wolves is.
Are we gonna look it up? They showed it at the Game Awards.
Already talked about Spider-Man 2 not winning any awards.
Cool.
Did I enjoy the Final Fantasy VII stuff? Yes. You want to know why? Did you notice when they were showing gameplay, it looks completely different from Final Fantasy VII now? The first game, all right, you didn't know.
It's almost like it's a remake, Dave. It's almost like it's a fucking remake, so they're gonna change up aspects of the game.
That this was a new story. You thought it was just Final Fantasy VII.
It's the same dude that was like, "Oh wait, RE7 remake is different."
End. And then the story
this wasn't in the
changed
original
in
game.
a different multiverse direction. Now we know the plot line's been changed, and it looks like tons of stuff is going to be different in this one. Right? There was tons of shit in there. I was like, "What's that? What the hell is that?" None of that's from original
basically,
Final Fantasy
Dave.
VII.
What's that?
I'm excited because
really
we're getting a new Final Fantasy game. We're getting a brand new one. And by the way, it's going to be good, unlike Final Fantasy 16. So
go.
I'm pumped.
Just because we didn't like the game doesn't mean it wasn't good, Dave. All right. What's next? Yo.
More questions because some of these were scrolled off the screen. Olaf says, I was surprised to see the best performance go to Asterion in Baldur's Gate 3. Did you prefer another nominee? I don't know because I didn't see Baldur's Gate 3. You can't make a judgment on something like that until you know all the nominees.
What do you mean? We were running this game into the dirt for months.
Of the nominees,
like, oh, it's not gonna work for me. We did this stream.
You know, probably the guy who was the lead actor of Star Wars did an insanely good job. I think he's the glue that holds that game together, right?
Right.
He's really good in that role. So,
what's his name?
I don't know.
You don't even know his
I
name.
don't know what his name is.
All right.
Thoughts on the costume from Fallout? You mean the real life power armor? It looked neat. Den of Wolves is a co-op heist FPS from the creator of Payday the Heist. Oh, we probably fast forwarded through it.
We probably did. He blaming Kat.
There's so many games presented.
Kat had her finger on the fucking button. She was just speeding through it.
They're not doing anything original. Oh, look, another fantasy RTS. Oh, look, another fantasy game that looks like all the others we played. Oh, look, another FPS. Just
say we don't like anime games, Dave.
They're all bullshit. They're all the same game. There's so few games today that try to do something original. And that's the problem. When you say,
Mr.
it goes into this
Originality is
bucket,
coming out
toss
now.
it in and ignore it. Look, goes into this bucket, toss it over your shoulder and ignore it.
There we go.
Enough of
Why
that
you think we
same
doing
game,
reaction
same
content
genre
now?
bullshit. We need original games, and those things don't interest me at all. They make me fucking fall asleep.
Okay.
Yeah, I know Persona 3 Reloaded is day one Game Pass. What's your point? I still can't play it. Number one, Atlas. I'll get copyrighted.
You can
issues.
play
Number
it.
two, I'm going to be playing other new games.
Yeah, we can't do it. We
not a
purposely
new
put
game,
barriers
it's a remake
up
of a
so
game I
that
already
way we
played.
can't play the game.
So,
Okay.
release date for the Wukong game. This is the game.
There we go. We
Based on
fisted for
Journey to the
Wukong.
West. That looks like it's an action game, a hybrid of maybe like Dark Souls, but also like, you know.
I thought it was an
Neo or a
original.
game
I thought
like
all these
that.
Souls knockoffs were an original.
And finally to have a release date. It's like, dude, we've been hearing about this game for how many years? Like 5 years? So finally, to
now we're
have
playing
that
this, huh?
information was very exciting to me. I'm like, yes, now we have something
Yes.
for the summer that's going to be great, right?
We were pelvic thrusting.
Perhaps Wukong will be the next Lies of P. That would be amazing.
Please no, please. I hope don't bring up Lies of P now.
Thoughts on the Switch missing out on all the cool games coming out? Well, yeah, they need to come out with a console that can handle games. I mean, the first party games, but they didn't have anything first party to announce, right?
Right?
So I guess this next year will be a dead year for the Switch, and then probably
It's
like,
not a
2025
dead
will
year.
come
They
with a
still
new
got
console,
games coming out,
and then all
just
of a
because
sudden
we
it'll
don't
be
play
an insanely
them.
prominent year for Nintendo again. This always happens with
They gotta
Nintendo's
get
life
it
cycle.
this year
At
for
first
it.
they're hot,
Not yet
then
this year, but
mid-cycle they get
December.
some stuff, they lose some stuff.
Dragon
and then end of
Quest
the cycle, they
Monsters.
have nothing,
We're
and
not
then the
playing
new
that.
game-
We
the new
definitely
console
not
comes
playing
out and
that
they get a
one.
big boost again. So,
Okay.
but I'm hopeful it will be good. I would love to have it be good. And I'm going to be watching it along with all of you on Amazon Video, and I'll be reviewing it. I would love to have it.
What's he talking
The
about?
new Fallout show will be good? Yes.
Fallout.
Will it be good?
Yeah, Fallout show. All right.
Gave Anthony Mackie a lot of shit. He went out there and he tried to have like a Keanu moment, and it didn't work at all. He was insanely cringy, trying to react to people in the audience, but no one could hear the people in the audience on the mic. So no one knew who was saying what or anything, nor did they know what the hell he was
Anthony
talking
Mackie
about.
showed
He
off
basically just
after
kept
like a
screaming at
couple
the
glasses of
audience,
Hennessy.
like, oh, yeah. No one knew what he was saying. Like, what? Like, what is going on? He
just took the card from someone saying like, "Yo, let me do this, motherfucker. I got this."
The other weird part about it is that I guess this Twisted Metal show did so well on Paramount Plus, but no one really talks about it. So it's so odd.
Who are
It
you
came out,
talking
it
to
was
about
good,
this
but
show, Dave?
Who talked about it?
Who are we actually
It's like,
talking
what
about
is
in
the
real
criteria
life?
for a
You
show
only
be
talk to
popular
Cat.
that
Is
they're getting
Jasper
another
saying
season when
something
no one
about
even
Twisted Metal?
Talked about the first season. I don't know. It's really
You having a
fucking odd.
conversation with Jasper. So Jasper, did you see the
But,
new
you know,
Twisted Metal?
again, Matthew McConaughey comes out. Oh, I'm going to be part of this space game. That's great. And then they showed a trailer, and he's not in it. It was like,
He is in it. What are you talking
you
about?
paid the actor to be there to promote your game, but you didn't even show the part of the game he's in. Like,
He was the main character.
So
what
what's
are
the
you
point of
talking
that?
about?
right? Did you really think that Matthew McConaughey ever fucking played these games?
How do
Really?
you know,
believe that?
Dave?
I don't.
Because he's
I don't believe that at all. I'm sorry, it's just not
so
believable.
because he's a
you know?
famous actor, he can't play games. He's a fake gamer.
So
oh,
that's
no.
the weird thing. They always try to get that weird mix. They do. They try to get that very odd
PSP's
mix.
fake gamer alert
it's
was
weird
going off.
because
Like,
you
this
always gotta
motherfucker
be
don't play
skeptical.
games.
What is this person?
I
this
should know.
celebrity here for?
I
Is he
hate
here for a
playing
paycheck, or
games.
they're
I
here
know
for the
someone that
actual
hates games.
project? You know, I don't know. It's funny because certain people there, like what was his name, Simon Liu, was there, and he's talking about RTS games, and he felt even though I'm not a big fan of modern RTS, I'm a fan of classic RTS.
No,
like
you're not.
StarCraft.
You're not a
I
big
played the
fan of
crap out that
anything.
game.
I thought
He
we were a
actually
fan of
mentioned it
RPGs. Now we're a
during
big
the
fan of
show.
RTS games.
And then he starts talking about RTS games. I'm like, I think this guy's real. I think this guy's actually very passionate about that.
Did you
genre,
really
and
think
that's why he's
that?
interested in being a part of it. Cool.
This is what we
Jordan
really
Peele,
thought,
100%
huh?
believe him when he's talking about video games and stuff. And doesn't he seem like a down-to-earth guy?
He was
who
looking at
has
the
humble
screen,
beginnings? He probably
and
beat
he
the shit out of
said,
video
"What
games
is
when he was
Derek
younger,
doing
and now
up
he wants to be a
there?"
part of a major one. That's amazing, right?
He didn't
But do
give
I
a
believe
fuck.
these
He was
major
already
actors
out.
coming
He was
out
already
and
out of
doing
it by the
No.
time that
You're
part of the
Anthony
show
Mackie.
came on.
Oh, my kid's gonna love me for this. Your kid. So you're here because your kid likes video games, not because you don't even know what the fuck they are. Oh, okay. Sounds good.
Is he shaming them for having kids now?
Okay.
I'm sorry. You can have kids and you still like
Can
games. Dave.
Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 look good? Yeah. Hellblade 1 is good. And so Hellblade 2 looks good. What is taking so long for this game to be made? And when is it coming out?
Dude, they
So
gotta
many games
work
are
on
like
games,
2024,
man. It takes a
2025 with no
while for
date.
that
It's like-
shit.
I understand they don't want to announce a date and then have to be pressured to finish it by then, but it's so hard to get hyped for games when you don't know when they're coming out, right? It really is. It's very hard.
This is wait for this shit to come out. I don't know, man. You got other stuff to play.
For anything. I was like, well, great. Excuse me.
Thank you, Dave.
Story DLC. I know it's coming, but I didn't hear all the concrete stuff about it. If you guys know about the concrete stuff about it, let me know.
What is he talking about?
Thoughts on Alan Wake 2's free story DLC?
All right, Alan Wake.
I already gave my opinion. Boy, Double M, you're late. I already gave my opinions on the Valhalla DLC. That looks like it's just a combat challenge, and I don't really care about that, nor do I think
I like how the second one looks. It looks pretty,
Oh, that's right. They said that... Oh, wait a minute. No. See,
you look like fast-paced action for me.
There is no DLC. There is no story DLC for Alan Wake. There's a New Game Plus mode coming out on Monday. If you want to replay the game...
Are we going to do it?
And it adds a couple new story elements to it, but that's it. It's the same game a second time.
No, we're not playing it. Definitely not playing this.
I'm not playing the whole game again. No.
Perfect.
That's not a story DLC.
We love the game so much, we're not doing it.
A new story DLC, several hours of new content, versus a New Game Plus mode that may add a couple new cutscenes, but is the same game a second time.
I don't know. It's maybe for the people that like playing the game.
That's bullshit.
No, they did ask him about it.
Ben says thoughts on the new Hello Games trailer for the new project.
Like, if you like the combat of God of War, then you're gonna like this game.
Explore planets with your friends. No thanks. Okay.
Cool. Friends, what's that?
For Helgen says,
what did he say? Something stupid?
I love that licensed games like RoboCop, Avatar, Jurassic Park, Star Wars, and more seem to become worth playing again. Yeah, seems like a good thing because remember, for the longest time, they were just shameless cash-ins. I think what happens is
they still are cash-ins in a way, though.
People stop playing them, they go away.
They just put more effort into
in a less AAA capacity, and now they're better, right?
Right.
Yeah, Joel Loff says the actual Alan Wake 2 story expansions are coming out sometime next year. No concrete details on that yet. That's what I thought. You gotta love that. You gotta love that on the show they say, so New Game Plus launches on Monday, and there'll be a couple new story elements. And somehow that story translates into, there's new story-based DLC for Alan Wake on Monday. No, there's not. Like, well, where did you get that information from? That's completely false.
Hey,
people just make stuff up.
It's a new game. It's a new game mode that's gonna add new stuff. So they're gonna add new story to it. It's not hard for people to imagine that it's gonna be a new DLC
out of their butts. Like, what are you talking about, man?
It's a new addition to the game, Dave.
So we have to end this TGA Q&A very soon because I have to start with shout-outs just so you guys know. I'll field a couple quick more questions here.
Oh, we are?
There's zero chance I'm playing Final Fantasy 16 ever again. The game sucked. I'm not wasting any more time with it.
Cool. Says
I don't care about who wins Creator of the Year. I don't know who any of them are anyway, so why would I give a shit?
Yep. We love the industry that we're in so much, we don't know anyone in it. All right?
I haven't seen a comic book movie in ages, so I don't know. I don't really watch them that often. I watched The Batman, and I didn't really like it that much. I thought it was just okay.
All right.
First Berserk design, yeah, I saw it. It was all right. You know, looked all right. Nothing major.
We played multiple games many times. Yeah. Sometimes you want to do a challenge run. Sometimes you want to play it on the harder difficulty. Sometimes you just want to play it.
That's it, guys, for today.
You just want to turn on the game and you want to just relax.
Good TGA segment.
Don't worry,
if more stuff comes up, you guys want to talk about the TGAs, I'm down for that on future podcasts. But, you know, I knew it was going to be
pretty
fun
you have to see the
today.
Batman.
Of course, the announcement that I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3 on Monday.
I'll see it.
We'll see how that goes. I really have no clue what to expect. Oh, boy. I guess we'll see starting Monday, right? Okay, let's get the shout-outs because we have a lot to do. We start off today with Jade, who re-upped his membership. Thank you so much, Jade, for 30 months of Ultra member support. Really appreciate that, Jade.
Final Fantasy 16
Game Master with the first super chat. I'm playing Avatar with Ubisoft Plus. I love it. It's different from Far Cry. I beat just beat Far Cry. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. The Villain. Re-upping his membership for 30 months at the super supporter level. Thank you to the Villain for that. Spawn Killer with the super chat. I was watching people actually upset Zelda didn't win Game of the Year. I don't understand how they think it's Game of the Year because, sadly, they live in a bubble.
What?
It's that simple. Yusef with the super chat. Gamer's Choice also was Baldur's Gate 3. That's exactly right. Unlike other years where there's a humongous discrepancy between Game of the Year and Viewer's Choice, this year it was in line. You know, you look at a year like Last of Us 2, 1,000,000% sweeps the awards, but everyone votes for Ghost of Tsushima for Game of the Year. This year, at least those two are in line. That's a great thing. Bloomkit with a super chat. He says, between Baldur's Gate 3 and Persona 3 Reload, I want Persona 3 way more, just my opinion. Too bad I'm not playing it because it's too much of an Atlas liability regardless.
Mr. Game Master, a liability. Atlas is going to pull up on us with a gun and kill us.
Amon to the super chat. Why do you shout?
No one's allowed to stream that game. You got to be in a hut somewhere.
I'm addressing directly people who are ridiculous or unfair assholes. What? That's who I address with this nonsense. So, if you actually take it that way, you should maybe look at yourself like, why are you thinking I'm talking to you? Were you acting like that? Were you...
Look at this. Look at we skirting the responsibility. Yeah, if I say something and you take offense to it, that's your fault, not mine. So yeah, you need to look at yourself in the mirror. Imagine DSP telling you this.
You acting unfairly and
Look at yourself in the
and
mirror.
were you
See if
foaming
you're
at
being
the
a
mouth
good
today
person.
to come to my stream to say I can't wait to call out Phil on being wrong because Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year?
Yeah, they're
if
doing
you
this.
Were, you are
You're doing
an
an actual
You
Grinch pose right now.
Because I didn't say it was going to be Game of the Year the last several months. Excuse me, I didn't say
we
it
were
wasn't
running
gonna
this
be
game
of
into the
last
dirt
several
as soon as it
months.
came
I said
out.
it's either that or Zelda. But if you're foaming at the mouth to prove me wrong, you're an asshole.
There you go. You're
Sorry,
an
you
asshole.
are. Can't help you
Cool.
there. Nas Swaggins, re-upping his membership for 28 months.
Right.
Says Neil only won so he could stick it to the haters. There you go.
Swaggins, he decided to waste his time
that the Last of
doing
Us TV
that.
show was going to win Best Adaptation because,
Yeah,
again,
he decided
The
to
Last of Us
waste
is the
his time.
favorite
That's
of
how much
journalists.
I care
They
about
love
his
kissing the
answer
ass and
and
sucking
the
the balls
balls.
of Neil Druckmann, so he was going to win no matter what, and I didn't even give a shit about it. There you go.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So,
Okay. The awkward shuffling. Still. Don't worry, we'll figure
go.
something out. We'll still figure it out. We'll do something. One day.
Lady Charisma, our first tipper of the day with a $2 tip. I hope you enjoy Baldur's Gate 3. It's like virtual D&D campaign. If you play your cards right, something will always be happening, and I normally play for 1 to 2 hours at a time. I have not been bored yet. Thank you, Lady Charisma, for the tip.
There you go.
Listen, I'm going into it with a completely open mind.
No, you're not.
I really would prefer not to even be told or spoiled about the game at all. Let me just
That's
go in
a
and enjoy
lie.
it for what it is. And if it's great, great. And if it's not, it's not. But I want to just give it a shot after all this stuff, all these times you guys have been asking me, okay?
Yeah, fantastic line. I like that strand of hair that's just like
how do I even
sticking
say
right
this?
here.
I don't even know how to say this name.
He is all out of sorts. Holy shit, dude.
With a
He
$15
look-
tip.
he
Oh my
look
god, I'm excited you're going to play
horrible.
Baldur's Gate 3. I cannot wait to see it. Messerkmint? I don't know how to say the name. I don't even know what the Messerk means. But,
We
trying to
bugging
get
out?
animation, it's
What the
laggy,
fuck
so
is
hold on a
wrong
second.
with us?
let's see what happens here.
Okay.
There we go. It was very delayed, but it worked. Okay.
All right.
Look, Messer.
Sir.
How do you even say that? Messer? Mint?
Just
I
type
have
the
no
damn
idea.
name.
But that's their name. And they did a $15 tip, so thank you for that.
Well, we're at $17 so far.
All right.
Pretty cool. Metzer. Ah, yes,
Okay,
Metzer.
and I received a $20 tip.
1 Minute Man. You already know who it's
1 Minute
from.
Man.
Why do we have to wait for that? You
Combat,
already knew.
funner to play than to watch. If it's made for it is made for a young modern audience. Of course,
Thanks,
critics and
Mick.
journos love it.
Yeah.
All right.
You can go down the rabbit
again,
hole
we'll
on
see.
all my dumb videos, especially
Wow,
my
why the animation's so delayed
Spider-Man
today?
2 coverage
I'm
that
gonna
this
refresh the page.
fucking
The animation's,
idiot
like, super
did.
delayed. What
The
is going on?
Grinch
Let's
right
see if I
here.
can
The
refresh
Grinch on the screen.
It makes it load faster. What is going on today?
But yeah. Thanks
Even
for
reloading the
subbing.
page is taking forever, so it must be the site is bad. Well, while I wait for it to reload, let me get the animation up.
Yeah, we gotta do all this on the fly, huh? Eventually. We'll figure it
like,
out one day.
The
One
whole
day
thing
at
is
a
screwed up
time.
today. Barely working.
All
Let's
right.
test. I'm gonna do a test right now, guys. Ready?
What are we testing?
Wow. 7.
Grug
8,
mode activated.
9,
Hold on,
10,
I wanna enjoy
11,
all of this.
12, 13. 13-second delay before my
We can't
animation
do
pops up
anything.
today.
This
Yikes.
dude fucking sucks.
Well, at least they are working. They're just massively delayed. Oh well.
Just like your brain.
Okay. I guess what they say, better late than never. I received a $2 tip
Card lock to take me? I don't think I know who that is.
from Swagonito. Baldur's
wanna
Gate is
look
not your
that
kind
up.
of game, to be honest. The gameplay is a steep learning curve, and it may frustrate you. That's exactly what everyone said about Divinity Original Sin.
and
2
we
as well,
rage
just for the
quit
record.
that.
Please keep that in mind to avoid the vitriol of fans.
When
of
are
the
we
game.
going
Good
back to
luck, dude.
Divinity, huh, Dave?
Alright, thank you.
Yeah, we going
Damn.
in. We hating Baldur's Gate on site. We
I
pulling up
received
on this
a
game.
$20 tip
Whoa.
from an anonymous tipper. So ready?
He's
Ready
too
for
afraid
this?
to say his name. He got to put on the
1,
mask.
2, 3, 4.
We really gotta count this
5,
out.
6, 7.
Dave, it's not my fault. Your setup is horribly archaic and there's a horrible fucking layout. I'm sorry. You can fix this if you really try, but we don't want to fix this issue.
8-second delay for the animation this
We
time.
don't want to fix this. We'll just rather
it's
just
getting a
keep
little better.
cloning it up this way.
The anonymous tipper says, this is an anonymous tip. Well, thank you for telling us. I just wanted to say thank you for being honest. I love you, man.
Cool.
All right. You are very welcome. Thank you to the
Nice fake
anonymous
message.
tipper for that $20 tip.
Thank you
I
for being
appreciate that
honest.
very, very much. Okay.
I think we already know who that is. Hmm?
Very good.
This fucking setup is terrible.
All right, good stuff.
Our video's corrupt. We can't do anything, dude. You should just wrap it up. Just throw the whole PC out the window.
You're welcome, Derek. All right, we still have some extra time. I'm done talking about the TGAs for now, unless you guys have any more burning questions. We got through some shout-outs, so that's good. We have some extra time if you guys want to toss more questions my way to end the show for today.
I'm afraid
reminder,
he's gonna hit live. Let's just see what he's doing live.
Yes, to their roguelike.
Oh, we got the glasses
I don't
on.
care.
Look. We're being sophisticated now.
I'll see you later today, Kagome. Sounds good. See you later, Derek.
Derek's going again. Let's see him come back in like 2 seconds.
You're a little sleepy, Jade. I'm sorry to hear that. Get some rest.
It's time to sleep.
Rest up. Energize
Thank
yourself.
you for telling Jade to rest up. Cool.
Hmm.
Even we don't want to be here. As soon as Jade said I'm sleepy, I was like hypnosis. Jay playing this dude. He said sleep. Like sleep. Oh, that sounds good to me.
Well, I play Monster Hunter. I already answered that. If there's a demo for this new Monster Hunter and I give it a shot,
we're not
like
playing
it, I'll play it. But I tried the demo of Monster Hunter World, and within 90
just
minutes
say
of playing
no.
it, everyone hated
just
it.
say
So I never played this game again, so I
Dave, just say no. We're not playing the game.
feedback from my
Thank
viewers.
you. We're gonna play the demo to what? Rage quit it? Derek is off to do suspicious stuff. Once he lets some of that coom energy out, he'll be back asking for more attention. Dave!
Anything else?
I don't know, man. Is there anything else? This is your stream. You dictate everything going on here, right? You would imagine.
Energy drinks are horrible for you. You should not drink them unless you absolutely need them. It's not the caffeine, it's everything else.
Dave's teaching me about
energy
energy drinks
is just
now.
fucking terrible. They toss all this crap in there. Taurine? Taurine. Do you really think you need taurine in your body? Really?
Really? You don't say.
If you need an energy boost, have a cup of coffee. 1 cup. 1 cup of coffee has a lot of caffeine in it.
Just have a bunch of
It's gonna give you
caffeine
what
until you
need,
die.
and you're not loading your body
That's
with
gonna be even
fillers and
better for you,
sugars
right?
and shit. Just drink 1 cup of black coffee. Zoop, you're done. That's what I do.
Yeah, be like Dave. This motherfucker, all I know, drink Irish
What's
coffee.
all this? Whatever happened to good old 1 cup of black
doesn't sound like a
coffee?
good idea.
No, instead, I have my coffee, but I have to have 17 sugars, fucking creamer, dairy, whipped cream, sprinkles, cinnamon sugar, fucking swizzle sticks coming out of it.
Yeah, people's
right?
bodies is
So, here we
different.
go. Here's
1
your
cup of coffee
Well,
may
your
work
coffee
for
would've been
this
200
fucking
calories, but
ghoul
now you're
right
drinking a
here. But it's not
2700
gonna work
calorie
for the
drink.
next person.
Well, that's why it's bad for you. If you just drink the black cup of coffee, just zoop, you get the caffeine you need. You're good to go. You didn't destroy your body with toxic shit.
That can work for you.
You're not gonna crash from that. You're good, right?
I'm not taking any advice from you. I'm sorry.
Have I considered playing Last Faith? It's a 2D Souls-like Metroidvania. No. Down a cup of coffee in one go. I could. I have to wait for it to cool though. I'm not gonna be chugging scalding coffee down my throat.
Why not? Just do it.
What you do is you take a steaming hot cup of black
Are
coffee.
we memeing it up?
And you just
I want that.
cup of black coffee. And you just
This dude's life is just a perpetual joke. If you would have asked him in 15 years he was gonna be in this situation, he would call you an asshole. He wouldn't believe it.
And then you feel good for the rest of the day. No.
This is the same dude that was
not
saying
good
that
idea.
other people are Muppets. Yeah, you know those people playing Fortnite? Yeah,
Gia,
those
what's
are the
going on?
Muppets.
Pops a 30-month membership and says almost time for RoboCop to enforce Murphy's Law. There you go. If it can go wrong, it will go wrong. Alex
right?
Murphy says, listen to the law, or I'll shove this gun right up your...
Perfect. Be extra cringy.
Green tea with honey. Green tea is good, but sadly green tea does not have as much caffeine as the coffee does. You have to drink a little more of it, but green tea is also not that bad for you all. I'm really afraid about being canceled. Oh, God forbid if I was canceled on the internet. I mean, I'd lose everything. All my sponsorships, my partnership. Oh. Oops.
Oops. Cool. That's why he can be as real as he can possibly be.
Oh my God.
He's not gonna give you any fake opinions.
Man.
This is gonna be the realest motherfucker on the internet.
Like, some people would actually say that, too. Oh, I can't say black coffee. I have to say coffee with no additives. Right? They actually
Why
have
are
to
we
say
doing
that
this? We
because they're so
pretending to be
afraid.
fucking
What
red pill
What the
now.
fuck's your problem? In this life, if really you have to tiptoe around the tulips and step
Says
on the
the dude
eggshells
that gotta
and
tiptoe
be so afraid
around
of every little
everything.
action that you have, you know, you fucked your life up, basically. You really fucked your life up if you're that dependent. Like, if you're a content creator,
We really gonna
you actually
say
have
we're not
sponsors
dependent
that will
on
drop
fucking
you if
our
you say
life
black
up? Says
coffee.
DSP,
You
the
probably should
40-year-old
not have
man.
sponsors. Like, forget it.
Let me
Right?
save me for
Fuck
myself.
that.
We got like 10 minutes left. Yeah. I made it this long with delay, with skip juice. We currently caught up live. He gave me a lot. Come on.
Ridiculous.
He's trying to be funny.
Anyway, anything else, guys?
Anything else, guys? Anything else?
I think you guys understand the difference why I love being independent, right? You get it, right?
Oh,
Like,
is this
everyone says,
is this
you
why
should
you
have
love being
sponsors and
independent?
partners
Huh?
and-
No way.
do you understand that's when this happens? That when you see content creators and they have to mute their mic when
Yeah,
they
we're
say
not
a
doing
word, or
RoboCop.
to change edit, they edit out what they've said. That's what they're doing now.
I gotta get some food
Because they're so
anyway.
deathly afraid. There's people right now that they can't say. They're so afraid of saying the word sex. They can't say it. They call it.
Are you fucking
like,
kidding me,
steamy
Dave?
content or
We can't
something
say
like that.
boobs on
Seriously,
stream.
they can't say that word because I will lose a sponsor. I'll get demonetized. Oh, boo-hoo.
But every time there's
Coward.
a woman on screen, we gotta look away.
Be a
Every
human.
time there's sex on the
Say
screen.
the word.
Say the word. Look at this. Dave's not approved.
Good Lord.
Dave's a real man, unlike those guys. I'm sorry, Dave. They have sponsors and responsibilities that they don't want that represented on their brand.
I mean, bottom line, if you're so dependent on monetization and sponsorships that you can't even say certain words, you're probably, you've taken the wrong path in life. Sorry.
We really saying this. The man who begs for money every day. Who is in dire straits, apparently.
All right, anyway.
You're doing
anything
anything
else,
for
guys?
money, huh?
Last
We really
chance for
trying to
questions before we adjourn
seem
and
like
jump
we're
into
better than these
RoboCop.
people, huh?
I'm looking good today in this shirt. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
This is gee, what color is this? Is it an offensive color? Can I say this color?
Oh yeah, we still going with this
It's a
bit,
brown.
huh?
It's brown, but it's kind of beige at the same
We
time.
still
like
going with
beige-ish
this bit,
brown.
huh? I'm
Tan.
not even
Can you
taking
say
the
the word
filter off to
tan?
see it.
Actually, that's kind
You
of
have to
offensive.
see at the beginning of the stream if you want to know. It doesn't matter.
Can you say that? I don't know. Oh, no day. You want a day off segment? All right, I'll give you a day. I forgot about it because of the Game Awards.
We
I totally
lived
forgot.
through.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time
We gotta
for the
do
Phil's
this,
Day Off
huh?
segment.
We
Yesterday
almost
was
forgot
my day
our own
off.
bit.
Yesterday
All right, let's
I
see
had
what stupid
5
stuff we
zillion
did.
things to do, but I already told you about most of them. Grocery
We
shopping.
literally forgot to do this
Pet
because it
supply
was
shopping,
uneventful.
and restocking.
So the same thing.
Because remember, I was so sick at the end of October. Okay, that threw everything into disarray, and when that threw
Bruh, it is the beginning of December. Why are we still talking about the end of October?
everything into disarray, we have been out of all kinds of products for weeks. So finally, we had a week where we had time to go out and do everything. We had to go to Costco.
Are you worried about
Costco
what I
right
put
now
up
is
for?
crazy. There's a zillion people there. We had to park like at the fucking way at the opposite end of the lot.
I want to hear some
because
shenanigans.
there's so many people at Costco right now because of the holidays. But basically, we restocked on everything that we needed. But
All
it
right,
was
I
very
can
expensive. You know,
walk
what do you
away
do? I
and
need
leave the stream
literally
running
everything in the house.
for
Cleaning
30
products,
minutes while I go
paper
eat.
products, all these other commodities. You can save a lot of money if you buy them in bulk. So we bought all of that stuff.
Yeah, let me just walk away. I'll
it was a
turn. I'll
crazy
just
day.
have
Like,
the
we
camera
went out
off
way
and
early.
the avatar just look
And
at
then
you.
we weren't home until past, like, I would say almost like 8 p.m. So we were.
Nah,
out
I ain't
over 8
caring about
hours
the
with all the
gameplay.
shit that we had to do all day. A crazy amount of stuff. We did try a new restaurant. There's a new Vietnamese restaurant around here that apparently make their
New
own noodles
Vietnamese
in-house.
restaurant.
And so we tried it, and we each got a big bowl of pho, and my wife got steak and meatball, and I got beef short rib.
How much was that?
Now, you know
How
me,
much
I
money
can't
did
eat
you
that
spend?
much red meat, but I thought, what the hell? I'll just try it. They bring me this pho
Oh,
with
gout was
insanely
acting up.
huge
Holy
chunk
shit,
of
dude.
meat with 2 bones out of it, giant.
It felt
rib
like we
bones
were
sticking
dying
out
by
of
the
it.
end of that food.
And I'm
huh?
looking at it, I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to eat this thing? It was insane. They gave
Don't
me
worry, Cat probably helped him with
chopsticks
it.
to eat it with and a knife. And I'm like, So at first, here's the thing.
Cat
I'm like,
was
here's what I'm
chugging
gonna
that
do.
shit
I'm gonna
down.
eat
Like,
around
yo,
it,
Phil, you
right?
gonna eat that?
And maybe when I
Just
reduce
took
the
the
amount
plate
of
from him.
broth and noodles in the
Took
bowl,
it like
it'll be
the dude
exposed,
from
it'll be
Life.
easier to
You gonna
cut
eat
up
your
or whatever.
cornbread?
And I
Just
thought
took
I
it
bit
from
off
him.
more than I could chew because I'm like, this is gonna be a pain to try to cut up.
I
And
don't
eat.
believe that.
But what happened was I ate a lot of the broth, and now when I went to eat the meat, I realized something. That was perfectly.
Yeah, you know, like he ate like an
superbly
old
stewed rib meat.
man.
It came right off the bone. It was just like falling off. I was like, oh, so you don't need like a fork or anything, because just with the chopsticks, the knife, it just comes right off. So, dude, it was
Yeah,
so
if you prepare
good.
meat like that,
but I
then
didn't
they
have
can,
that much
that's
of
the
the meat.
effect.
I had maybe like 5 to 10 bites because I can't eat that much red meat. And it was funny because I loved every bite of it. It was super delicious. And then when the waiter came back, he's like, oh, is there a problem with the meat? I said, no, it's the opposite. The meat is so good, I have to stop myself from eating it for health purposes. I'm not supposed to have a lot of red meat.
Yo, he gave him the pre-stream in
So
the
it's absolutely
restaurant.
delicious, but I'm sorry I
He
can't
told,
eat
he
more. I don't
told
have
the
a waist. What
explanation
can
for
you do? I'm not
gout.
supposed to eat that
He
much.
gave
I
him the
had no idea
definition. He pulled out
that
the dictionary.
much meat was coming in my soup. But it was super good. And what we want to do is we want to go back and try. They have everything. They have like chicken,
Like, well, I got
shrimp,
this
all
medical
the
condition
different cuts
called
of
gout,
pork
and it's
beef that you
crystals
can
that
have in
form
the
up
pho.
in my foot.
And we want to
that
try all that because we haven't had pho in ages, and it was super duper good. Oh my god! You drink the broth. The first thing you start tasting is this.
But didn't we go to
zesty
the
hit of
grocery
herb
store? Why didn't we
flavors
eat at home?
in the broth? Because it's so imbued with this flavor. Like, oh my god, dude, this is like super duper good. So, yeah, I actually. I'm not kidding. Just talking about it now, I'm appetized and I want to go back.
Yeah, of course, his fat ass is.
It was so good.
He going
So we had
back
a really
there
good deal.
again.
First time ever at this restaurant, which is really
They
nice.
gonna know him by
It's
first
always
name
good to find a
basis. He's the
place
dude that doesn't
you
tip.
like so much you want to go back, and we loved it and we want to go back. So, there you go. Okay. Oh, outside
I don't
of
know what
that,
you're talking
like I said,
about.
you know
He's
what
a
I did
very
on the
hard
day off.
worker. Can't you
Basically,
tell?
we spent the whole day out doing all this stuff.
This is like doing
busy stuff we had to
construction
do. I got a
right now.
haircut. If you didn't notice,
He's working
I
this
got a
way.
haircut.
Look at him. Yeah, look, I got a haircut.
And
Showing off his sexy.
outside of other things,
That's
other
just in case
appointments and things
LTG
that I did
watching.
too during my
Like,
day
yeah,
out.
I got my sexy up, Dale.
That's why we were out all day. Like it was a day where it was the first day out since before we were sick. So
We were
it was
sick.
crazy the amount of stuff we had to do in one day, confined. And then when we got home, then we watched the Game Awards. So
Yeah,
you know,
there's
then we
time
had
to get
sleep,
mad
'cause
about
then
that.
it was already like
That's a
past
lie. She
midnight
went to
because the
her
fucking
room
Game
just to
Awards were so
watch
long.
it. Left you
So,
alone.
There you go.
There
That's
you
Phil's
go.
day off. Very exciting. I'm glad you asked, right? Okay. All right. Is it time to adjourn? Are we making anything
I
special
don't
to eat
know,
on
Dave.
Christmas?
Is it time to adjourn?
Well, my
This is
parents
your
gifted us
stream.
some food. They had actually gifted us these turkey breasts stuffed with stuffing and wrapped in bacon. And we were going to originally do
Bacon?
that for Thanksgiving,
Uh-oh.
but we actually decided on the turkey breast roast we did, which we're happy we did because that was amazing. So we're going to have those turkey breasts on Christmas, but we just have to decide what we want with it. We don't know yet. We haven't really thought about it, you know. Probably some interesting sides. We just don't know what
Probably
yet, to
something.
figure out
Who
what we wanna
knows?
make along with it. Still got a couple weeks to figure that out. All right.
Okay.
Okay. I received a $10 tip. I was not expecting that. Let's
All
see.
this for 12. Huh?
For the complete experience, try eating baby food when you're playing RoboCop. Next level immersion. Keep up the great work from Mark. What does that mean? Try eating baby food.
I don't
when
know.
playing
Maybe because the
RoboCop?
dude eats
What?
baby food.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
I actually
What?
don't understand that one. Thanks for the tip. I appreciate it, but okay.
We're a
Are
big
you saying that
robot fan.
RoboCop is too
robot,
easy or something? Is that what you're saying? Like
RoboCop
the
fan.
game?
Huh?
Food. That's funny. So you eat some strained peas. Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, that would complete the picture for Baby Man Gaming.
Wow. There you go. RoboCop eats baby food.
Apparently,
Wow.
that's the lore with the RoboCop dude. I guess.
What is going on?
What do you mean? What's going on?
You've never seen RoboCop? Oh man, you missed the. You got to watch all the classics from the '80s. You got to watch RoboCop.
Do I have to watch all the
You gotta
classics
watch
from the
Predator.
80s?
You got to watch the Alien films. You got to watch the good ones from the 80s. That's like a time period.
Well, they
that's
don't
like
have any
a
relationship to
time
the
capsule.
80s like you. They
You know
don't
what
want
I
to
mean?
live in
Like
the
all those
80s
great
no
movies
more,
from
Dave.
that era. Okay. All right. Let's end the show. Thank you all. Great show. I knew today's show would be jam-packed with interest and action, everyone talking.
Was it
Game
interest?
Awards are done.
This was
And
like
now,
90
as a
minutes of
direct result
Q&A.
Game Awards and your requests, yes, Baldur's Gate 3 starts Monday. So, thank you all for a great show. I hope you enjoy.
Thank you all.
Tomorrow,
yes.
I guess we'll be talking about what happened today with RoboCop as well as with Street Fighter 6, which will be
That's
exciting.
such a weird thing that we have to do. We're going to talk about what we did today before we even did it.
And I hope to see you Monday.
Tomorrow.
Like I said, get those calendars marked, since this has been the hypest thing you guys have hyped up for in many years.
Yeah, but I can't wait until we start yelling at people during that stream of Baldur's Gate.
Okay? All right, guys, thank you all very much. See you tomorrow. Okay, so everybody.
Okay.
Let's get set up. I do have to use the restroom before we begin.
Oh, you have to
just
tinkle.
to forewarn everybody. I just clicked the wrong thing.
Huh?
So it'll be a smaller, it won't be a long break. It'll be like a smaller break here where I have to use the restroom. But I might as well get it out of the way. That way I don't have to take any major breaks later.
If I major break, you gonna piss on yourself?
Here we go.
If you don't do it now, Dave. What?
And for the record, not that I think this matters, but I did
What?
get Baldur's Gate 3 donated to me on PlayStation. So I'm playing it on PS5. I know a lot of people are saying it on PS5 it runs gorgeously. So there you go. I mean, it just came out for Xbox last night, so no one really knows how it runs on Xbox. But I'm playing it on PS5, so hopefully it runs really well.
Yeah, hopefully it runs pretty well.
All right, so everyone, let's take a brief break. I'll come back in a few minutes, and it's time to continue on with RoboCop Rogue City. I hope you'll stick around. It's a great game. Brother. Thank you all, and I'll see you in a few for RoboCop.
Is King Jalon? And is booting up at 5. Well, that's way too early. Oh my fucking god. Jesus Christ, that scared the fuck out of me. So that means it is gonna be a longer break then. But yeah. Oh shit, who else is on? You guys see. I love the ability to raid shit now. This is so cool. Maybe I'll be on the Twitch side of things. All the if you really care about the Twitch side of things, it's at the in the description. No, I'm raiding. Shut up! Stop being toxic. Always don't want me to raid no one. Always, every single time. You don't want me to raid no one. You don't want me to have fun. No. That's part of being a streamer. One day you'll understand that. One day. Peace out, everyone. Peace out.